Okay, folks, we're here at the Mechanics Institute Chess Club, and you're watching a YouTube video that me, Paul Whitehead, FIDE Master Chess Room Coordinator, made. It's historic images of the chess room with various grandmasters that have visited and other chess players and so on, and visiting dignitaries and so on and so forth. We're about to start our stream of the Tuesday night marathon, round 4, and I'm joined here with Judith Starry, the Mechanics Institute Chess Youth Outreach and Events, and the other 2 tournament directors are playing, so we're in charge.
Yes, and I'm monitoring the room.
So we should go out for coffee and might as well come
have
back.
An ice cream, right?
So tell us about. Well, I was here too, but tell us what happened yesterday. This was fantastic here at the Chess
busy
Club.
Day. Yeah, we had Grandmaster Ilya Nizhnik visiting us.
The guy who won the National Open and the U.S. Open, right?
National Open, U.S. Open. He also was a sole winner of the USG 10 National.
Okay.
And tied for first for the G60 National. So he has a good year.
And I looked him up. He's about 60-something in the world now.
Yes.
Yeah,
so he's
really
2760
strong.
USCF, and I think he would like, or he's working on crossing 2700 FIDE.
I think it's going to happen.
It should happen.
Yeah, he really was impressively strong.
Yeah.
So he played a simul in the morning,
at lunchtime, yeah.
which I was here for, and he drew a game with Elliot.
Yes.
And but he was on the ropes against the chess room director here, Abel Talamentes.
Yeah, beautiful game.
And Abel couldn't put him away. So was Abel winning? Do you know?
I have no idea, but I was told many times it was a beautiful game.
Okay.
So well
we haven't seen it.
We haven't seen the game, but we have to.
Okay, well that's. And then he went out and did some sightseeing, I guess, and ate lunch, and then he came back and gave a lecture, which we're going to upload to YouTube, and which we're in the process of, I think, of uploading to YouTube right now. And then he played in our rapid tournaments.
Yes.
And Nick and I were here providing commentary. It was pretty funny, and Ilya kept coming in here and talking to us, which was fantastic. And he played some really just nice chess, and ended up, it was only 4 rounds, so he ended up in a tie for first.
Yes.
With international master Teddy Coleman.
Yes.
Who was lucky not to play Ilya. Yeah,
we actually would like to understand how the pairings got. It has to do something with the floating rules for FIDE. But
so there was a funny pairing in the 4th round.
There was a funny pairing in the 4th round. We actually did spend some time to examine why the pairing software got that one. But FIDE actually has a pretty strong rule about once the pairing has been calculated by the software, there's really not a whole lot you can change as the tournament director, because then obviously it raises suspicion and we'll have to be explaining why we did that. So it's
that makes perfect sense.
It actually is not doable unless there's a catastrophic software failure.
It possible? Isn't there ways of when you configure the software that it makes decisions about pairings based on the way you've configured it to begin with, right? Before the tournament begins.
Yes, but if you have, the main configuration is per USCF or FIDE rules, right? So actually I went back and double checked whether we had the FIDE pairings on.
Right.
So we did. And those are programmed in. There's really not much you can manipulate with them. How strong you would like to prefer. I think full point buys and other settings can be done, but
Right.
it should not affect pairing, especially not on the top
I'm
boards.
very impressed by how conscientious you and Abel are about these things, and you write about them in the newsletter,
Yeah.
and you talk about them. And to me, I always felt like the tournament director was like, they made all kinds of strange decisions, and you never really understood why.
Yeah.
But you guys are explaining a lot to the
well,
people.
and it's also experience, right? So
Mhm.
I actually took the time to kind of explain yesterday, because obviously the players, when we posted the players again,
Yeah, why was Ilya
So-
on board two when
board
he'd
two,
won all
and
his
he
games?
was like, what's up? And so I explained to them that I think every tournament director is going back to the experiments and whatever experiences that happened to them. And recently, when I was chief directing the Susan Porgar Girls Invitational,
Uh-huh.
at the very last round, it was round I think 8,
Uh-huh.
7 or 8, so pretty deep. It was some interesting pairings, and not on the top score group, but on the middle score group. And Jack Schreiber, Martha Underwood, and I did spend quite a bit of time understanding that. But I remember that there too we said FIDE rules, FIDE pairings are very, very solid. You have much less room to change the pairings as you would have with a USCF pairings.
Okay, that's
USCF
interesting.
pairings, if you can come up with an alternative equally good, you can actually change that per
Right.
TD discretion. FIDE you cannot. So there's absolutely no room for TD discretion in terms of pairings.
Right.
So-
Once the computer
So-
decides, it's like HAL in 2001. There's no
Exactly.
going
So I
back.
actually would like to thank Martha and Jack for their mentorship, because I could actually base my very confident saying this should be good yesterday because of the half an hour we spent over it.
Right.
So,
That is such a.
yeah.
Laura,
Come on in.
you want to come in?
Yeah.
Do you have more to add? Or?
Let's have Laura,
Okay.
and then I'll jump back. I think
Yeah,
it's
you'll
actually
be-
good for
Okay.
me to act as a chief TD because the boys are playing, right?
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Of
you,
course.
Judith.
Come on in.
Okay.
Of course.
I'm joined by Laura Shepard, who is MI Director of Events, Mechanics Institute Director of Events. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my name off of here. And whoops, I think I did that the wrong way. Let's see. I might get Juan to. Oh, here's Judith and Paul. Boom. Okay, and now I'm going to put my name back, and then I'm going to get Laura's name, and I'm going to put Laura's there, and then boom.
Okay, we're official. Hey, Paul, how's
Hi.
it going?
All right, Laura.
How many
Where's
people?
Your hat?
Well, I forgot my hat in my
You wanna
office.
go get it?
I'll
You're
go
not
get
too
my
far
hat.
from your
And I
office?
also brought chocolate in between.
All right.
Enjoy some chocolate.
Okay, I have chocolate. All right. Laura is the Director of Events at the Mechanics. And before we talk to Laura, I'm just going to really quickly tell you what you're looking at. Above me is a view into the chess room, and the top boards 1 and 2, that's Stearman, Hosea Stearman with the hat, and he's looking at us, or he's facing us, and behind, with his back to us there is Carlos Davila on board 1. And we'll have plenty of time to look at these at the top boards here. But Laura of the Mechanics Institute Chess Club exists within a larger framework, and that larger framework is the Mechanics Institute itself. It's not just a chess club, it's a library and cultural center, and we have events with famous writers and workshops and movies, and there are books galore all over the place in this building. There's 2 stores on the ground floor. There's rented office space. So you're not just looking at a chess club, you're looking at a whole institution. And Laura is here to tell us a little bit more about that.
We are a cultural beehive, not virtual. It's live in person. So you have to like come down here in
Okay.
person and
Right.
experience this amazing cultural beehive here. I'm so impressed that the chess room is so packed with people. It's
Yeah,
just
Tuesday
packed
night.
to the gills.
Right.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well,
And-
we're doing the best we can.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
exciting in there. It's very quiet, but it's very exciting at
There's
the same
a lot
time.
of tension, and
Yeah, it's great.
That's, you're getting a view into the room there. Who's ever
great.
watching this?
That's great.
So, what else is going on at the Mechanics Institute apart from chess?
Well, Paul, I'm glad you asked. We're right now we're on a little hiatus, our summer hiatus.
Okay.
We're getting ready for a big fall season. And our first event, our first series of events will be our Cinema Lit Film Series. And we're
Can we see the
starting.
flyer?
Yes, here's a flyer. We are. Can you,
Yeah, like,
can
there
you
you go.
eyeball that a little bit?
Right.
Here
we
it
show
is, here it
movies,
is.
folks.
The first series, every month we have a new theme, and it's going to be the films of Fritz Lang,
Okay.
famous director.
Yeah.
And we have some amazing films. The first one is called Fury. It's starring Spencer Tracy. So how can you not come to a film with Spencer Tracy and also Sylvia Sidney? The survivor of a small-town mob attack seeks revenge in Lang's powerhouse Hollywood debut.
Okay.
So that's what we're starting off with, and then we've got three more films coming up with Fritz Lang. So
Okay.
it's
Good stuff.
Some of it's in black and white, some of it's color. So we hope that you'll come and join us for this series.
Okay.
It's
if you
Friday
live in
night.
San Francisco.
Friday night at 5:30. The cafe opens. We have great wine for sale. We've got refreshments, and then the film program starts at 6 o'clock, hosted by Michael Fox, our curator and host.
Okay.
So come on down for a film.
What's the next great?
And then you can go and play a game of chess afterwards.
Right.
Or
Chess, movies, popcorn.
Good wine, freshly popped popcorn. That's
Okay.
pretty terrific.
What about writers? Are there any writers coming to the Mechanics Institute?
Yes.
And we're not just talking chess writers. We're talking
Yeah.
about who's coming up.
Well, coming up, our first author event is with Julian Guthrie. She used to be a columnist with the San Francisco Chronicle for 20 years.
Okay.
And her new book is Alpha Girls. Here's the flyer. You want to get an eyeball on the
Alpha
flyer
Girls.
here? Can
there you
see
go.
that?
Yeah,
there we
everyone
go.
can see it.
The women upstarts who took on Silicon Valley's male culture and made the deals of a lifetime.
Okay.
So these are about the movers and shakers, the women who are not talked about that much,
Right.
who were really seminal in creating the major companies,
Okay.
whether it was Google or behind Facebook or some of the other tech
Okay.
companies, Uber, Salesforce. And Julian has interviewed all of these women, and they're now they're venture capitalists. They have their own companies. They're here in the Bay Area, and they
Right.
have great stories to tell, and they're very inspiring. So we
Okay.
hope that you'll
When is
come.
she coming?
This is on Wednesday, September 11th.
September 11th.
At 6:30, our cafe will open at 6 o'clock. Once again, we will have terrific wines for sale,
Okay.
some refreshments,
Okay.
and its members are free and public $15, and books will be on sale after
Okay.
the program. So hope you'll come
You're all
down
getting
for
a
that.
little bit of a view into the Mechanics Institute at large.
That's
all right.
right.
Go on.
And then we also do a collaboration with AIA, the Architecture Institute of San Francisco.
Okay.
They have a huge, fantastic festival called Architecture and the City. And the festival this year is themed We the City, the diversity of the city, what makes us tick
Okay.
and what makes us thrive.
Okay.
And our program is with Randy Shaw. His new book out is called, I'll show you the flyer. There we go.
Who
Here he
gets
is.
to live in the
Yeah.
new urban America?
So it's
Good
about
question.
the conflicts and issues of economy,
Gentrification.
and gentrification, rising housing costs
Yeah.
and prices, and apartment shortage, and and
Yeah,
how
we're feeling
are
the pinch.
we're feeling the pinch, and how cities are dealing with this really severe urban crisis, not just San Francisco, but all across the nation.
I'm not sure that we're dealing with it that well.
Yeah. So
I heard
anyway,
the feds were. Do you know anything about the feds investigating San Francisco for their affordable, quote unquote, affordable housing? Apparently is maybe not so affordable, and I heard that the federal government was investigating San Francisco's
Right.
affordable
Well-
housing policies, which may not be
up to par.
up to par.
Well, there's issues of
Anyway,
of
this is
how
we're
many,
off of the chest.
yeah, but how many units are actually in those buildings, and also
Right.
what are the rates of those apartments?
They're-
If they're still so
how
expensive,
affordable.
who can afford them anyway?
Right.
So it's all relative, right?
Okay.
It's relative where you are.
Hey, there's politics is
Yeah.
here in the chess room and in the Mechanics Institute at large and in the city that we are in.
Yeah.
The city, there's no getting away from it. All right, and
And
finally,
then finally, at the end of the month, we have an author who was a chess player,
Is
Mark
that right?
Hoggins.
You love
Here's the
chess?
flyer. Yeah, he's a chess fan.
Okay.
It's called The Dead Beat Scroll. It's a mystery novel.
okay,
And there's some secretive issue around an unclaimed manuscript of Jack Kerouac in this
Okay.
story. So it has a very San Francisco connection.
okay.
And it should be fun. He's a really terrific mystery book writer. So
Okay.
you mystery book fans out there, you got to come on
Mark
down.
Hoggins.
That's on Thursday, September 26th at 6:30.
Okay, all right.
So that's
Will
September.
you have a piece of chocolate with me, Laura?
Sure. All right, we're eating organic, fair trade chocolate.
All right. Here,
We only have the
break me
best
off a
here.
piece.
We only have the best here.
Yeah. Well, I've got another 3 hours
Here we are.
ahead of me.
That'll-
so
that'll,
I'm
wake you
gonna,
up.
I'm going to have a piece of chocolate that
Great.
Laura brought.
Thank
Laura, you brought the chocolate. You're welcome anytime here.
Oh, it's great to be with you.
not just
And
not
you-
just because of the
You
chocolate.
fans out there, make sure you come down to Mechanics Institute in person, whether it's to the chess club or to one of our programs. Also, if you're a writer, we have wonderful writers groups and writers lunches going on.
Hi, Daniel Perloff.
Hello there.
And that is good
Yeah.
chocolate.
That is good chocolate. And, the chess events are going on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and also Mondays. There's so much going on here, so come on down
It's crazy.
and join us. And also Wednesday at noon, if you have never been here, come at noontime for the free tour. So our librarians are going to take you around our gorgeous Beaux-Arts building, introduce you to the collection, which is this huge library collection.
We have the largest chess book collection west of the Mississippi.
It's stunning. It's really
and
stunning.
new things are happening with it. We just recently purged a bunch of old opening books, and we're planning on replacing it with new stuff. So it's a ongoing process.
And you have some antiquitous things, right, in
In the stacks.
the stacks,
right.
and also in the McNamara room. Is there a display in there?
Yeah,
now?
I'm not actually current with all that we have to offer, Laura. So I'll have
Well,
to get.
we have some gems
I have a lot
show.
to learn. We have. I think we have Capablanca's signature here and some other amazing things. So,
Well,
well, Laura, thank you so much.
nice to spend some time with you all and Chess World out there.
Come again and tell us what's going on in the Mechanics Institute.
will.
And also, maybe you'll join us and play in the chess tournament one day.
One day, I hope. All right, thanks all. Good night.
Okay. Bye, Laura. Thanks. All right, that was Laura Shepard. The games are an hour in, and I'm going to do a quick review of the games here. Let me see if I can take, I'll take Laura's name out. And so it's just me. Or Judy, you want to come and sit? Or do you have anything that you want to do? You want to look at some chess games?
Let's look at some chess games.
All right, let me take my name off of here, and then we'll put Paul and Judith Ta-da!
Oh, we have. Ta-da.
Okay, I'm learning how to use the technology here. All right, let's look at some of the games that are going on here. We're over an hour into the round, and on board one, we have Carlos Davila, who's a strong expert and actually won a tournament here a couple of weekends ago. And he is playing Josiah, or was it last weekend? No, it was a couple of weekends ago. And he's playing the highest ranked player in the tournament, Josiah Stearman, FIDE master, who's a perfect 3-0 in the tournament. And Carlos has 2.5 points. So let's take a
You wanna
look.
come back?
I locked myself out of my office.
Ooh, let me help.
You have a mask?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
have to
Judith
go?
is to the rescue.
Yes.
Let's take a quick look at the games, the moves here. It's the
I'll be back.
Pelican, or the Sveshnikov. This bishop takes f6. Okay, and we have I don't know all of the ins and outs of this variation. White applies a little pressure onto the queen side, and black opens up the diagonal for his bishop. Black is pushing ahead. This is a little bit reminiscent of the one of the games from the Caruana versus Carlsen match. Rook a2. White is trying to dominate the a file, and black goes ahead, and he's trying to attack. And here we go. So white is in thinking. Pawn takes pawn. Rook check. Rook g8 check. I think pawn takes pawn might just lose because of rook g8 check, and if king h1, queen takes f2. And if king f1, bishop takes h2, which threatens rook g1 mate. White would have to play king e1, and then that just looks incredibly risky. And then bishop g1. So see if you can follow me here, or if I can even follow myself. If white plays pawn takes pawn, rook to rook g8 check. Now you can go two places with the king. If you go into the corner, black queen comes down and takes at f2, and that looks like it's curtains. Queen g2 mate is threatened, and all right. But if king f1, bishop takes h2, and threat is rook g1 check mate. Now the white king can go scurrying over king e1, but then this crazy looking bishop to g1 threatens queen takes f2 check. And black might even be able to play rook g2. So I don't think white can play pawn takes pawn here.
So what can he?
He might have to go back with the bishop.
D1?
But then this problem too, that black might play something like bishop takes pawn check, king takes, and queen takes pawn, and queen takes pawn. I'm not sure, or pawn takes pawn first.
Wow.
I think that
Is very
a very strong attack, maybe
Very early on.
almost out of nowhere.
yeah.
But look at all of White's pieces over on the queen side. He's kind of underestimating. I think he may have underestimated just how strong this was going to be. You have to calculate. Okay, let's. This looks bad for Carlos, but. This is the young player Sriram Krishna Kumar. How old is he?
He must be around 12ish or
He's
so.
around 12. What's his rating?
Let me see.
He's an expert, and he's having a good tournament. So I don't
Let me
know.
see if he's listed in the top. I mean, in his age
Okay.
category.
And he's playing Kyron Griffith, who is actually the top-ranked player in the tournament. Very, very strong chess player. He's been doing really well around here. He won the last two Tuesday night marathons he played in, so or tied for first. He's only lost one game here at the club. One classical game
Yeah.
to Elliott, so it's pretty good. I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alleyway with a chess set.
Me neither. Me neither. Looking at age 15 now.
Oh, he's 15.
No. I'm looking at. I don't think he's 15, right?
Okay, so this is a little bit. White decides to take with the queen, which is perfectly possible. A6 before playing knight c6 and stopping. Now, normally white might play pawn to c4 here and play a Maroczy bind, but this is conservative move, and black ends up without very many problems, no matter how the pieces get developed here. H3 is a sign that white just doesn't really have much here. And again, there's a very slow form of development. Black is, the problem that you have when you're black in a situation like this is you've equalized already, and you want to play for the initiative, but you don't want to go too far and play something risky, and it becomes a sort of a cat and mouse game. White's playing.
He's looking at Josiah's game.
Yeah, this is the game right here, by the way, that we're looking at with the boy in the red cap is Sriram Krishnakumar on board too. So we're getting a multi-dimensional experience here. So black is equalized, but is he better? What are the standings? The standings are in first place, Josiah Stearman with a perfect 3-0. Tied for second and third are Carlos Davila and Sriram Krishnakumar. I'm not sure how many points Natalia has.
Yeah, it
Does
cut
she
off.
have-
I'm gonna copy the standing link for you guys
Oh yeah, the
In the
standings
Twitch.
are up on our website.
on the Twitch account. Okay.
Okay. So white's moving around and black is moving around, and both sides are moving around. Knight a5 is a strange looking move too. Is black just avoiding exchanges? That is an odd looking move. Knight a5.
Yeah.
Where's the knight going from when it's on a5? Very, very strange move. Rook c1, e5. Okay, so wanted to play pawn to e5 without white trading the knight. And now black would like to maybe play pawn f5. Black has a very nice game here, for sure.
Let me check out how old.
Let's
Sharon
see
is.
what's happening on board 3. And this is an interesting matchup. Eric Lee versus Natalia Sodakova. Eric Lee is the top 11-year-old in the country, and Natalia is a woman FIDE master that's been playing around here quite a bit. And
Yep.
I always am rooting for her to win this tournament.
Yes.
She hasn't won it yet. She's playing the King's Indian Defense and a Samish variation, and e5. Well, you would think that black is perfectly fine here, but this is book. I'm sure c5 takes. I guess black could have played. Black could play knight takes b3 and then play b takes c6, but plays this way. temporarily giving up a pawn, but playing for this strike. But is this enough in this situation? And that's white fortifies the center, and 4-5. What's a big blunder? F6?
Can you love that pawn? Go back.
Yeah, I will go back. And who blundered? Knight takes b3 was a good move. Is I think the right move. Knight takes b3 first. That's what I thought. Perhaps.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's what I said earlier. Okay.
Knight takes b3. 3 question marks.
Oh, knight takes b3, 3 question marks? Am I overlooking something? Knight takes b3 is big blunder. I'm looking at why. A takes b3.
c7.
Okay, c7. Well, then queen c7, I guess. Is that so bad? I guess. Yeah, I saw that. Okay.
Yes.
It's not a big blunder, but and the material is still even. So I'm
A
gonna.
takes b3. Better for white.
But what about this? Is this okay for black? Perhaps.
Okay, you have some help backing you up.
Black is down a pawn, and this is an interesting try. Bishop a7, is that on? That uncovers an attack on d5. It looks like black has definitely done something wrong here. Despite what you say, I think knight d3 might have been a better move. Now it looks to me like black is in trouble. And that probably is a good move.
Yep.
Let's see what happens. Everything is okay. Natalia's thinking here. So pawn takes pawn, queen f7 maybe, or it's a little difficult, the black king side. But I'm not sure. Maybe just bishop d3, because black can't play e4 because of queen f5 check, or that could happen. So if g takes f5, bishop d3, threatening bishop f5 check, and if pawn to e4, queen takes f5 check. I don't know. There's a lot of tactics here. We can't work everything out. We're going to go to this next game, which is Alexander Ivanov versus Armen Baradaran, who's a master, 2 masters playing each other here. Both of these players have 2 points. I think have 2 points. Yeah, out of 3. Out of we'll take a look at that again. Slav, I can't stand it. That's okay. We'll I think we've seen this before. This has been played in this tournament already. H3.
Storman had this, they say.
Yes, German had this. That's right. With black, I think, and didn't really have much against Ivanov. So now Ivanov, I think Stearman played knight in a similar position, played knight e8, and then the knight came around the other way, and Ivanov really had nothing. And so, but now this is interesting because, okay. So now if bishop takes e4, pawn takes, and white can't play queen e4, I guess because of knight d2. Forking the queen and rook. Even knight b2 looks good. So that might be a good way of stopping bishop takes h7 check. Although on f3, there's still a possibility of playing. It's very tactical now. And Ivanov is taking his time. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll come back.
Who played? Who did Josiah play when he played this round?
Ivanov, I think, and he beat him. Yeah.
Nice.
So now Ivanov is playing. Ivanov plays. He's principal chess player. He's playing the same thing.
I got some players who said, well, they don't like to play here because they don't like their game being published. And then people can actually study them for next week, right? Because we do publish every single game in the newsletter.
And some people think that that's a good thing.
This is the living proof that they do it, right?
Yeah, yeah. We had, was it Karen Griffith played three Nadorfs in a row here at the club, and people studied, and I think he got 2.5 or 3 points out of all 3 games. So even though they were able to study for him, he was able to.
This is, I think, something very special. I don't know too many other clubs who publishes every single game over
I think the Berkeley
weekly.
Chess Club might be doing that now.
Okay.
They might be following our example with that. But this is, I mean, I don't know what the Moscow Chess Club is doing, but
or the London Chess Club.
Or the London Chess Club, or the Edinburgh Chess Club, or. But we're blazing new paths here. That was started by John Donaldson a long time ago.
Yes, I was going to say that's a tradition that I don't think many people know about. Once they get to know mechanics, they should know, and they will appreciate it.
It was John's wish that this would be a real brick and mortar chess club, like made out of brick and mortar.
Yep, exactly.
We're number one, relax. Yeah. Okay, so well, we're working our way.
Actually, big shout out to Nick and Elliot. They are the one who is working every single week. After Tuesday night, they grab the sheets and they input every single game.
Yeah, John used to do that. Now it's Nick and Elliot.
And Nick is annotating the games, and so we are very proud of it.
And believe me, it's heartbreaking to analyze some of these games and the blunders and but
it's
Nick and we are finding a lot of gold in the games of the lower ranked players. Nick has a Wednesday class, I have a Thursday class, and actually it's just as good as watching Carlson's games and all that. The games are just as interesting in a different way.
I'm going to copy paste the link of the classes. Okay. These are free classes, guys, so
free classes.
Go work and sit on the board and then come and then do some chess in the evening. Right. You can bring your dinner here, you can eat a little bit. If you're careful.
Sure. Don't spill on the chessboard.
Don't spill on the 100-year-old chessboards, but yes, you can. So your class is on Thursday?
My class is on Thursday. Nick's is on Wednesday. They both run from 5:30 to 7, roughly.
Yes. Are there any Skype lessons? You mean private lessons? You would like private lessons?
I don't provide Skype lessons. Those are private lessons. There are grandmasters that definitely do that. Mechanics Institute doesn't provide Skype lessons. We don't have an interface
but if you need a private coach, just email us, chessroom@milibrary.org, and we can connect you with some. Okay.
Yeah, Judith and Abel know zillions of.
At milibrary.org. I hope I spelled it right. So.
We are a chess resource in the Bay Area.
Yeah, we have many coaches who are looking for extra work. They have capacity.
I think the chess room should have been a small C.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As long as
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
make a spelling error, that doesn't
No,
matter.
okay, that's
that
good.
should be fine.
It's just it wasn't hot linked like that one was.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why either. Okay, so let's keep looking at the chess here. This is a strong expert, Ethan Boldy versus a master, Tenzing Shaw, on board. What board are these guys on? They're on board 5. And let's go back to the beginning. Ethan Boldy is having a good tournament. Did he beat Winslow in this tournament? Did he beat Elliot Winslow?
Yeah. Ethan, no, it was Shuram last week, right?
Okay.
It was Shuram who beat
Okay.
Elliot. Oh.
But he's having a good tournament anyway. So
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
see. So it's a
I'll be right back. Sounds good.
Stearman and Davila are done.
Yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I submitted your USCF. You already have a USCF number
Yeah.
because we waited already the
Yeah, just like
yesterday.
the last Tuesday.
Yes, but this tournament doesn't get submitted until October, but since you played last week, you have to. Yeah.
I think we're going to get Hosea Stearman in here.
Okay.
Uh,
Do you,
we're
can
going
we
to
welcome a new member
Sure.
to that? You can put down
Are you
your
new
stuff.
Mechanics Institute Chess Club member and Mechanics Institute member? What's
His
your name?
is John.
John Bielek. I actually go by Matt. Which
All right, I don't have time to write
Yeah,
your
he was
name
the
down.
most confusing. John Matthew
Yeah.
Billick.
Okay.
And then he signed the email as Matt,
Yeah,
but
it's
I see
confusing.
John as the first. It's like, okay, what do you use for?
So let me just.
So do you know the setup here? So basically,
No.
FIDE Master Paul Whitehead,
Okay.
he's providing
Commentary.
commentary,
And,
live human commentary, without
Yeah, we're
any-
live.
Okay.
We are live.
What are you
Yeah.
Say
streaming this
hello
on?
to the 100
We're streaming it on
players.
Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a gigantic following of I don't know. We're getting there. We're just starting off with this.
No, we have 21 live viewers.
Coming into the room is FIDE Master Hosea Stearman, who I think won their game. So this is what we do. Did you play a game of chess tonight?
Yeah,
Did you win?
I did.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
What's your score so far in the tournament?
So I've only played 2 rounds and I won them both.
Okay.
So I think that makes it 3
And-
at the half point.
And it's your first tournament.
Yeah, first rated.
So you know what you're doing.
I've been playing online for
Okay.
since January.
Okay, well, maybe you're a natural, and
Playing a lot online.
that's good. Yeah. I mean, the way to get good at chess, I think, is to play a lot. I mean, that's just basically it. That's what I did.
Okay.
I don't know if I got any good, but I did play a lot when I was younger, well, welcome to the chess club, and I hope you're playing 50 years from now here, because we'll be here in 50 years. And this is Hosea Stearman. He's a FIDE master, and he just played his game. I'm going to put your name down here, Hosea, and then you can show us.
Enjoy the.
Come in.
You're going to show
You can learn from Joseph. He's cool.
Hosea. Show us your.
Just nice to meet you.
He completely undermet. I knew you were winning after you played F3.
Yeah.
I'm looking for your name. Ah.
What is title players
Right there. Bottom of it.
Ta-da. Oh. Boom. Transition. Yay, Hosea. All right, Hosea, show us your game. Okay. Okay, yeah, got to
All right.
click up there, and yeah. So what happened here? Wow, it went a lot more moves than I thought.
Yeah.
Here, come on. Maybe we're gonna kick you out so Hosea can move it, or you can get in between
Yeah,
us. That makes more sense. Okay.
All right. So
Yeah,
it's
John,
just kind
hang
of
out.
all preparation
Okay.
up until.
So are you Carlson or Caruana in this situation?
I guess I'm Carlson then.
Carlson, okay. All right, this is great. Hey, from New York City, Sophia Road. Oh yeah, playing tennis.
So yeah, I kind of knew he was gonna play this because we've played this in Blitz before.
Okay.
So this was kind of all preparation.
How interesting. Is this book too?
I'm not sure up until now. I mean, maybe the chat can say, but
Okay.
I thought this was kind of all.
It's kind of
normal.
thematic looking.
Yeah. So I played E4 here because I didn't want to take first because he could play Queen E2 and that's kind of annoying.
Okay.
So I wanted to kick his bishop back first. You know what would have been interesting here for him would take on A6 with his rook.
And one of those three
he gets three
four
pawns.
pawn, three.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is interesting. But isn't B2?
Yeah,
hanging?
B2 hangs at the end, so it's probably not too.
probably not too good.
But okay, so bishop E2 takes. Knight B4. I thought he had a fine position here. Bishop E5. Queen B3.
This
okay,
is
so here,
maybe Queen B3 and starting to put all his pieces on the queen side is maybe not such a good
I
idea.
thought Queen B3 was fine. After F4, I think now he needs to play Knight C6. I thought that's
what I thought.
That's
he
what
was
I thought
gonna
his
do.
idea was.
Yeah.
Like I thought F4, Knight C6. There's a really long line that I was calculating, but that's what I thought he was going to play.
And that makes sense. He's going after B5.
Right. But instead he played this Rook A2 immediately. Like he took like 10 seconds on it.
Right.
Rook A2 and King H8, and I kind of was baiting him to put his rook, the rook on A1.
And I think that just loses to play Rook
Because
A1.
I knew that after takes F3, it's kind of over.
Yeah, you're coming on on F2, one way or the other.
And here
right?
I think Rook takes A8, Rook takes A8, Knight C6 is even stronger than Knight C6 before, because F7 is hanging now.
That's very interesting.
Which I kind of
so
overlooked.
He's induced you
Yeah,
to play.
with the Rook A2, he induced me to play King H8.
I don't know. That's kind of hard to believe.
But
okay,
I mean,
you'll have to look that up. Rook, this just
Yeah.
loses by force. It looks
I
like.
think so. Yeah, F3. I mean, he has to play Bishop F1.
Now, I didn't even look at. I just saw that if GF, Rook G8, King F1,
Yeah.
Bishop H2, right?
Right.
I
think his only move is Bishop F1.
Okay,
And which
that's what I
after-
thought.
I was gonna play E3, and I think after E3 it's over.
Okay. And FG2 looks strong too, I think. Or Bishop H2 and Queen F2, maybe even?
Well, Bishop H2, Queen F2, he has B3.
Right.
And then
it's not convincing.
Yeah, it's not convincing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. So, what did he play? What did he find? Oh, he gives up. This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of funny. He basically just gave up.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the game, Rook. How did he?
I mean, he brought his rook back. I came in around and picked up the D5 pawn.
Okay.
And then after F5, he resigned.
Okay. Good game. I mean,
Yeah.
An easy game on your part.
Mhm.
No sweat. You can go home and prepare for Kyron Griffith
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
I'll probably be.
I mean,
if he wins this game, I'll be black against him.
you're running away with the tournament as it is, but of course it's 9 rounds. So
Yeah,
it's still
five
grueling rounds
left,
ahead. But okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right.
Well, I'm just.
Next round's next Tuesday.
Next round is next Tuesday. Yeah. Well, I'm just here, killing time and looking at the games.
All right.
And so, okay. Thanks. All right. Are you going home early? Huh?
Yeah, I'm going home.
All right. All right. Let's see. So I'm going to take Hosea's name off of here. Transition, and I'm joined again by John, whose name I don't have. Okay, lots of prep time. Yeah, we have a week between games, so that means you can buy Hosea. That means you can look up your opponents, what they did in the past, and prepare your great strategy for beating them and winning your section and all that, and taking home all the money and the glory and everything else. Okay, so board 1, fast results. I'm going to jump down to board 6, actually to board 5, which we were looking at, and this is Boldy versus Tenzing Shaw. Maneuvering here. Black takes the e4 square, and this doesn't look like white has gotten much here. F5 is probably a good move in terms of freeing his own dark squared bishop. And now white is figuring out, where do I move my knight? If I play knight g4, h5, knight h6, king up, and the knight is close to being trapped, if not trapped. Knight c4 might run into bishop a6. Yeah, I think white's played carelessly here with this in this opening. Didn't really get much going. Okay. We have two friends playing here, Winslow and Walder. If you feel like piping in and making some comment, let me know.
All right.
I'm just going with the flow. Winslow, Elliot Winslow, international master Elliot Winslow. He's playing his roommate and national master Michael Walder. They've played so many times. They keep getting paired. I'd say black already has a good game here. This is not convincing. Playing roommates is no fun now, or playing your brother, or or your sister. And now b4, and that's a typical shot. Actually, difficult for black to deal with. Black maybe could have put his bishop on e7. Knight b4, knight e5. If black had played bishop takes b4, white could play knight e5, and then if knight takes e5, queen a4 check, and if knight c6, bishop c6. That's a possibility. So black just decides to get rid of that whole conundrum, and now, okay, so this is interesting. If knight goes back to c6, then of course that would just hang that pawn on c6, and he doesn't feel like going back to a6, although it looks like he could. Instead, he plays pawn takes pawn, and now that opens up a whole can of worms, doesn't it? Because this, let's see, he just takes the knight, pawn takes pawn check, and of course moves into the corner, and now black has this, which hits the knight and the rook, and white plays bishop a5, the cut and thrust of the strong players as they try to deliver knockout blow. Okay, that threatens the knight. And the knight goes back to f3, and black develops rapidly, except what about queen d4 here? And that's exactly what was played. White is now two pieces up, and black is thinking, well, if all black has here is bishop takes f3, queen d8, bishop g2 check, then just king g2. I don't see what black is getting done there. What's black thinking about? He's probably thinking about queen d4, knight d4, rook e1, but that just doesn't look. Two pieces down. Yeah. A massive bluff. Yeah. Well, if we come back here, d takes e3, a b4, ef2. Yeah, I think that this is black might have been okay if he had just gone back knight a6 here. I mean, that's not the score you necessarily want to use, but then you can play d takes e3. I'm not sure that white has much there. So he just went wild and has got probably lost position now. And he's thinking. All right, Kevin Kuchak. Yeah, then I could come back to C5. Looks reasonable for black. I agree. But if I'm Kevin Kuchak versus Russell Wong. Russell Wong is a national master, floored at 2,200. He's a dangerous player. Kevin Kuchak is also a dangerous player, but he's not quite an expert. And we're going to quickly go through this opening here, which is a Grand Prix attack against a Sicilian, and everything looking kind of normal. This is a typical white trying to a little escapade on the king side and striking in the center. And as usual, white doesn't look like he has much from this opening. Black looks like he's doing fine. F5 is the thematic move, however. Takes, which opens up the black diagonal too, and that is a nice shot. Not hard to miss, I think. White is in serious trouble here. And that threatens mate in 1. White defends with the rook. Black swaps and plays this. And now black is 2 pawns up, and white has a miserable position to go with it as well. Queen A7. Black just needs a participation of the rook to end this game, but he's thinking maybe it's not so easy. Black for choice here for sure. All right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This is David Askin, who is an expert, and he's playing Kalen Melville, who's an A player. And these are actually players that are capable of beating anybody on a given day. And this is an eccentric move, G6. Very eccentric move. Instead of developing the bishop at E7 or B4, or playing, so white plays D5 to lock out the light squared bishop. And now I think things are developing nicely for white here. That bishop at B7 is really in a poor spot. Both players are kind of maneuvering around. Yeah, it doesn't look fair. Black has no squares for his pieces. Does he overlook maybe knight D3 here or something, though? Knight D3.
No, he said that.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Knight D3 looks like a nice move for black here. Bishop G7, knight E1, and with the idea of knight takes G2. I'm not so sure that black didn't miss a good move right here, despite having a kind of an inferior position. Bishop A6, B3, again knight D3. Again knight D3 might be a shot here, but he overlooks it. Queen F8. And now black's improved his position a little bit, and if he could, knight d3 now will be met by bishop takes g7, so it doesn't work in this situation. It looks like I'm being joined by chess room director Abel Talamentes, who's going to tell us how his game went. We have chess cookies.
Chess cookies. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to put your name
Courtesy
up.
of Judith.
I'm going to put your
She
name
looked
up
it up.
in lights here, Abel. Hold on a second. I always have difficulty right here. First I have to take my name off, and then I have to put Abel and Paul. and then I have to click transition, and boom, there we are.
That's great that you kind of like walk everyone through the process and give away all the trade secrets of how we like do our.
That's it. Yeah.
So
How are you?
good.
Yeah.
I got to jump in and play a extra rated game.
And how did that go?
It went well. I won.
Oh, congratulations.
It was a good game. It was exciting. A lot of action.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who did you play?
Jerry Mays.
Jerry Mays.
Yeah, kind of a
Yeah,
regular.
he's in a bit of a slump lately, and I feel sorry for him.
Yeah,
But
I wasn't looking to pile on it. We had a good game. His opponent didn't show up, so
okay, that's good. So you got a game.
yeah, got in and stepped up, and yeah. So I've been in the game. Sophia Road. Hey,
Yeah.
how's it going? People checking it out. Daniel Perlov's always up late.
Murfinski and Sheppy 13.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for the analysis too. And I don't have the computer here to help me, so I'm just doing my best. And you guys,
You already.
yeah, we've kind of been looking at that game.
You guys already talked about yesterday and all the fun we had.
Judith and I did, but
Good.
do you have anything to add?
No. She covered it. That's good. It was a lot of fun. It was. Yeah,
That was
he's-
fantastic.
He's really nice and mellow. The lecture was great. Utilizing some new technology.
I enjoyed. He's a nice guy, and it was just a day with a grandmaster
Wow.
here at the
Wow.
club. It was just
And actually, that's true. It was like the whole day. And then we did the Simon in the afternoon, and then
love the cookies.
no, they're really good. I mean, they're like addictive.
Eileen DeCal, where are you watching from, Eileen? We want to know.
We like to
where-
know where people are watching.
Yeah, it's really cool for us to get the feedback. Thanks for We're not just about
She's from
nerdy.
Facebook. She's posted on Facebook.
We're not just nerdy chess things. We're about the cookies and all kinds of other things. We had Laura Shepard here.
Yeah,
For
our
a
events
while.
director. Yeah.
She was talking about
in FAMX 3.
yeah.
And Sophia Road said hi earlier.
Yeah,
Hi,
Sophia
Sophia
Road,
Road.
Yeah. People are tuning in. This
Actually,
is
I was talking to one of our coaches, Andrew Schley, out there, who's kind of joined us from Wisconsin. He's coaching a lot of classes for us.
right.
And he was talking to his buddies because we rode the train back together last night.
Uh-huh.
And he was saying his buddies just randomly said, "Hey, I saw you on the broadcast." His buddy's from Wisconsin.
Right.
And we got someone that knows him. And I'm like, wow, like,
The layout.
we don't know what kind of the reach we're having, the impact. It's kind of nice to see. And here he comes. He's just walking through the door right now. I think you got to stick your face in there.
Yeah, you got your face.
You got Murfinski,
Murfinski. Oh, Ryan Murphy?
right? Is that who that is?
Is that?
Ryan Murphy. You just got
You were the
named.
boss.
So
Oh, well,
you're the boss.
I was his boss.
It was literally.
But now he is the boss. Oh, I dropped your chessman.
He'd be like one of my chessmen just went down.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, is it the 5-second rule? The 3-minute rule?
I usually go by the 5-second rule, but I just don't want to do it on camera.
Oh, you've been doxxed. He's been doxxed now.
So yeah, a lot of fun, interesting stuff. Actually, the Simul kind of wound down a really busy month with we were having Mamad Yarov.
And you were at the U.S. Open and attending all that stuff.
Yeah, doing all those meetings, and it's been really busy, but it's been fun. But it's like a whirlwind. I feel like it's been passed,
Right.
really fast. And then today, some of our enrichment after-school programming started. So I actually went out to one of the sites to help support, and Andy coached another site.
We are definitely going to keep streaming future events. We stream every Tuesday night of the Tuesday night marathon. We streamed our rapid tournament last night with Ilya Nizhnik. We streamed a rapid tournament, which you can go back and look at on YouTube, with Fabiano Caruana. So we're definitely cooking with gas here.
It's like keep streaming. Actually, it's gonna we're exponential,
Right.
Because we started with the marathon, And,
Started with the Tuesday night marathon and the lectures.
and the lectures, and then now we've expanded to certain rapid events when we have guests. But I mean, who knows? I mean,
Right.
it was kind of exciting to do, especially with the 4 boards, because it seemed like with 4 boards you guys kept
That was
up.
about perfect
Yeah.
for that event.
And when we streamed the Addison, that was like the first one where we
Found you guys last night. Yeah,
Awesome.
thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're almost at 100, and then we can name our channel. I mean,
So
I think
subscribe please on YouTube.
You need
Yeah.
100 to name it, or
to name it. Yeah,
And we're at 90, we were at 97.
we're at 97.
I know what I'll have to do on the
It's-
train ride home.
Yeah,
It's gonna
so,
happen. Yeah, it's gonna happen tonight, and then we'll be able to name our channel.
But we did the Addison Memorial, which is a 3-day tournament.
Oh, that's-
rated.
We are on Twitch too. That was a
Absolutely.
question. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Or I don't know if does Twitch partners mean something?
yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, speaking of which,
Speaking of which,
because I see Twitch partners.
okay.
I think we sort of hinted at it last week, but we'll tease it again. So, yeah, it's the level above affiliate. So I would actually look into that. Like,
Yeah,
what
I'm not
level we
sure
are.
where we are with them. They don't keep our we're archiving our videos on YouTube. I'm not sure where we're at with Twitch, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, the funny thing is this is how new all this is. We use it, we're getting a lot of viewers, and we're getting a lot of attention.
But
And
we
at the
don't
same
know.
time, we have no idea what we're doing. It's like
But we've got some really smart people.
we're on the
helping
train.
us.
It's going forward fast, and
Yeah.
we're like figuring it out as we go. But that's part of the fun, actually, of it too. But
The content is strong.
Yeah.
I think,
And we're diversifying
and we know
it
what we're doing
with the
with-
lectures, the simuls, the rapids, it's just a whole
And
lot.
we got 100 people in the room there backing us up with the chess tournament.
And there's another room that we're using
Right.
just because of the overflow.
Yeah.
But we've organized and come to an agreement with the Marshall Chess Club.
This is huge. I love this. We're going to tell us what's going to happen with the Marshall Chess Club.
And so Judith and I talked to their executive director, and kind of going along with some of the work we're doing on the chess club's committee, and just kind of using this technology to kind of profile our club and kind of bring our chess club and our events to the players and to the chess world.
Right.
We've organized a match between Mechanics and Marshall,
This is the start of a historic rivalry. We have to play this up.
and it's
There's just no.
yeah, and so what we're going to do is it's going to be a match. It's going to be online. It's going to be through chess.com.
London versus
Yeah.
Paris. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is huge.
Real Madrid,
Absolute-
Barcelona.
Yeah, Real Madrid, but more epic.
Yeah, even more epic. Exactly.
This is fantastic.
And then we're gonna have it's gonna be, I believe it was the time control. I believe it was G15 plus 5 or G20 plus 5. It's gonna be a rapid time
It's
control.
going to be rapid, so we're going to maybe. How many boards will it be?
It's going to be 10, so it's going to be 2 under 2,500, 2 under
Right.
23, 2 under 21, 2 under 19, and 2 under 1,700.
Okay.
And it's going to be kind of from our club regulars, right?
Right.
And so they're going to play 2 matches. One is white and one is black against the same player.
I see.
And what we're going to do is we're going to broadcast the game. So
Right.
Paul and Nick DeFermian will be here broadcasting. But we're going to include the live pictures of the players playing from inside the mechanics.
Right.
And we're going to just show the viewers them playing inside our club, talk about our club, talk about the great history.
Will we get a peek into the Marshall Club
Yes,
as well
yes,
with a
and-
camera?
Yes, and they're working on doing that, and that's kind of what we're trying to do is kind of like give the fans watching views inside the club. It's going to be on Tuesday night, October 8th.
Tuesday, October
Yeah,
8th.
Tuesday, October 8th. And
Mark your calendars.
for the people that know the TNM, that is an off week of the TNM.
Okay.
So
I think this is going to be the most amazing. This is
5:30
historic.
p.m. 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Eastern, October 8th, Tuesday night.
This is going to be historic.
So we're getting
match.
everything together, and I just spoke to Michael Brancato from Twitch, who's in the Twitch headquarters, is like basically right across the street from the Mechanics Institute.
Right.
And they love the idea, and they're going to be, helping promote, and I think they might even put it on the main chess channel on that night. So
there we go. Chess me #1 on Twitch again.
yeah. So and then the last time we had that was the MI Rapid Championship with Caruana and
Wow.
Hammer and Meyer and
Wow.
37
wow,
other
wow,
masters
wow.
that played that night. So exciting stuff.
It's going to be tough, though. I'll say it's going to be tough for Nick and I to follow 10 boards
with rapid time control.
control. I mean,
You just have to use your ingenuity, your
my finger's
experience,
stuck on 10-4 on the 10th board. Yeah.
and while
We'll
simultaneously
do
promoting the club,
right,
talking
and
about the club.
trying to crack everybody up.
Right. So it's exciting, and this is sort of the beginning. I mean, this is when we did this, started doing the TNM, we went into it thinking that this isn't the limit of it, that there's going to be other stuff we're going to discover and do.
Oh yeah.
And even as we've gotten this far, we still know there's things we haven't even thought of yet that we're going to leverage.
I think
this
that's true.
technology.
I think that's absolutely true. Being on the West Coast is huge. That's interesting. That's an interesting way of looking at it. Huh.
Even for Ryan Murphy, it's 10:30 back in Wisconsin, so it's
Right.
past his bedtime.
Right.
Yeah, and we did it 5:30 intentionally, and actually Brian Quick from the Marshall Chess Club said that if we did it at 5:30, that
Yeah, knight
that
d3
should be
looks
all right.
strong again. Bishop b5 and knight d3. Yeah.
so exciting stuff.
Yeah, there's some incredible
Everyone's
stuff
trying to
going
get
on.
inside.
There's incredible. Lock the doors. Yeah.
Hey, actually, as we speak about Twitch, someone from Twitch is right here. Hey, have a seat.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's pretty funny. Actually,
What's your name?
Manas.
Manas. That's right. Manas. Right. Manas. Okay.
Wait, I have to ask. Were you watching us at Twitch and then ran over here?
Not today. Today I came directly.
Okay,
that's right.
because we were talking about Twitch right now.
Yeah, we were.
But on the other days, I have been watching and even commenting, and you sometimes reply.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So we were talking actually.
I just haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah.
In person. Yeah.
I've been busy,
It's-
so I wasn't even able to play the tournaments.
Okay.
But the September 7th, I'm playing that.
Oh, nice. So you'll be here. You'll be here. So we were just talking right now on the match.
Manas Paldi,
yeah.
right.
Yes.
And a player here at the Mechanics, and he works at Twitch. So
Right.
we're just.
I should have won my Twitch
You should have.
jacket.
We were literally just talking right now
I have a
how.
badge though.
How
You know what? We do.
got the proof.
More people are commenting from Twitch than are commenting from Facebook or and none from YouTube, hardly at all. We've gotten very few. People don't comment on
Hey,
YouTube.
Twitch is the best.
Well, it must be because Twitch is
But he was actually on the emails also, so he can verify what I've been saying. That we were talking about the match that we
Yes.
organized with Marshall and Mechanics.
I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, and we were just saying that Twitch is excited about it, gonna support it, and we're having all the conversations right now. It's basically everything. look who's here.
Hello.
No, we have to be quiet. We're getting too excited here.
But yeah, no, it was just funny because we were literally talking about Twitch and then he shows up. But hey, you were on the email chain, so yeah, we're really excited, and I'm glad Twitch is excited, and I think chess.com is excited, and it's gonna be
a historic match. So
excited on a lower. Actually, your voice can be heard.
Okay, all right.
I'm sorry.
My enthusiasm gets the best of me.
the walls are
You need voice insulation, right?
the walls are thin around here.
They are thin, but I mean they're not that bad.
I'll subdue myself. Okay, do my best.
I know
You're the director. You can say what you want.
Say whatever I want.
I was killing it. I played some 3 times actually.
So tell us a little bit, like for some of the people that don't like, know how it all works. So it's exciting that we're going to be on, like the main channel. Like what is that? Like,
And what is the What is our? Somebody asked, are we affiliates of? We don't. We are so ignorant of our involvement with Twitch. Even
There are like 3 levels
Okay.
of streamers. The first one is like the basic when you start out new.
Right.
And I think you should. I don't know if you are an affiliate yet or not, but you should be because you have enough viewership and you have enough followers. So if you're not, we should get that fixed.
Okay. And what does that? What does that mean?
So it basically means you can create emotes.
Okay.
Like in the chat, people can use some custom emotes, which will be like mechanics, and they can use that on other channels as well. So if, say, Hikaru Nakamura is playing, they can go and spam his chat with "mechanics is the best" or "play at mechanics."
I
or,
see.
So it's a bit.
Somebody's saying concentrate on Twitch. It's the future of live content for chess events.
Yes.
Interesting.
Hey, Mike. Yes, I
Okay.
think that comment was related to YouTube and Facebook.
Okay. Yeah. It's interesting.
So the other thing is when people like your channel, they can also donate bets. Bets is like a Twitch currency, so you can
Okay.
convert that to actual.
I see.
and they can convert it to stuff they can use on like their own Twitch stuff, or
So bits are
We
more
can
like
do
a
that.
donation. Like I like your channel.
got it.
So
It
that-
just shows the level of support.
Yes.
Interesting.
And the thing that I love about Twitch, and we kind of like discovered this.
Finally played Knight D3. Finally found
That
Knight
looks like a
D3
very
over there.
crushing thing. Is that Twitch actually has like a chess specific where you focus on how do we make that better in terms of how you use it on Twitch. I mean, that's
It's a gaming platform.
Yeah, but
Right.
we are trying to improve the like viewership of chess as well.
Right.
So like all the partnership with chess.com, the Pro Chess League. all
Right.
that was, in
Yeah.
that direction. So
Yeah. It's and like I don't know what all those. Well, they look very different. Like some of the broadcasts look different. Like we look different from other chess broadcasts and. So what other kind of broadcasts are there?
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And not just that, it's like what also is your like experience from Twitch's perspective in terms of other people using this, because we know individuals use it like now Nakamura and Naroditsky and all,
Yeah.
but what about like groups and clubs? Because we think
yes. So there are some groups like there is Chess Bra.
Chess
which is,
Bra,
Right.
So it's basically a group. They use that as a group. Then a lot of like the chess.com streams about tournaments where Daniel Wrench and
Right.
like some Robert Hess, sometimes
Right.
Alexandra, they're doing an analysis.
Right.
So they're actually doing it every day in the morning for Sinkfield Cup.
Right.
I follow that every day.
Sure. Sure.
I'm always scared that
Somebody says comparing chess bra to mechanics.
not
What
really
is that?
comparing,
I'm not sure what that means.
Hundreds.
well, the mechanics is kind of like the historic club versus like
But I think a more fair comparison would be mechanics to St. Louis Chess Club.
yeah.
St. Louis Chess Club.
So
And and one of the things like that's important for us, and even starting all this is not just the broadcasting of the games, but just showcasing the club itself. Because one of the things that we see that people really connect with is seeing inside the club. And I know only a few years ago, I hadn't been inside mechanics, like 3-4 years ago, and I was always like, well, I know it, I hear of it all the time.
What does it look
It's historic.
like?
Yeah.
What does it look like inside? What's going on in there? And now this gives people access to that. Where it was kind of like,
Right.
how do I get in there?
I think the best part about the mechanics Twitch channel is no other channel on Twitch is showing like common people's tournaments and the games live.
And actually, that's something that Paul has always, but it's about being about the club people, because the whole community connects with that. Even stronger than like if
Somebody's saying it's niche. Yeah, Murfinski.
Yeah, it's definitely niche, right? Because we can have like a ton of viewership on a single day, like Caruana's playing there, right? But every Tuesday, every Monday, whenever we have something big and exciting here, it's our community. It's the same people coming in,
right?
And then we're growing people because it's just fun to watch. It's fun to watch Paul and what we're doing, and this is like an everyday club, right?
I'm
like
trying
the
to
working man's club.
I try to aim the commentary not at like I'm not it's I enjoy don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching Nakamura and Carlson play very, very fast and make like comments, but people tell me that the commentary is often over their heads. I mean, it's over their heads. So we're always trying to aim the commentary at a sort of an average club player, and I think that's part of what we're doing here. We're not trying to beat down the next player.
I get that.
And even in the beginning today, we had our events director from another department talk about some of the stuff she does and what we do. And then I actually today invited our accountant. I said, hey, we should stop by, right?
You can talk about
Jen.
money.
Yeah, Jen. And then, then our development director, Jessica Neves, I've been, hounding her to come in and, say hey. So, I think it's cool to get, the people that are part of the Institute and because it just gives people a window of like, there's a lot going on here. It's a place where people work and get together, and
chess exists in a larger culture as well. And when the Mechanics Institute, the chess club exists within the Mechanics Institute, which is in San Francisco, which is going to play the Marshall Chess Club and kill them.
So, but
and so on.
So Brian from Mari, he's been great. I think this is going to be a fantastic collaboration. We're excited. We're happy. Twitch is excited. And we'll put on a good show, and they can easily help us, and because they're right across the street, and they can come save us if something goes wrong. So.
Yes.
And that's true too. I think a lot of online players just don't know how fun it is to be involved in a chess club, and where you're actually like, playing people right opposite you, and we could be, as Murfinski says, increasing the popularity of chess, over the board chess.
One of the hesitation of playing tournaments is I'm going to get crashed. Right? Like if I've never played a tournament and I'm thinking of playing a tournament, I'll be like, why would I play? I'm going to lose all my games. But when I see tournaments like this and I'm like, it's not Caruana and like engine analysis and perfect games getting played at a club like this, then I can go and think of playing at a tournament. Right?
And everybody gets crushed.
At some point.
But it's interesting, somebody saying they pay attention when they saw Nick DeFermian commenting on games last night. It's nice to see game analysis from non-super GM games. Yeah, exactly. Raw, unedited chess, blunders and
then
all.
even in our TNM, so I mean, in the beginning we're broadcasting our first 10 boards in the open section, and then we switched it up to broadcast on board 9 now, the top board in the AB section, and then on board 10, the top board in the under 1600 section, and it's fun to see the club player play on a broadcast board because, they're trying to learn, and it's not really about...
and Nick, I know, I think I can speak for Nick DeFermian as well, as we are actually getting a real charge and enjoyment out of playing over the games of the weaker players and analyzing their games. They're just as entertaining as the Super Grandmaster games, and they have a lot to teach us as well, as we try to explore them.
Well, they have a lot to teach those players that are aspiring to improve, right? Because they're making similar thought patterns and mistakes.
And sometimes you find interesting ideas.
All right.
They might not always work perfectly, but just seeing that somebody could think of that idea. Yeah.
So are you working late tonight, or?
I generally work late because I'm not an early riser, so
Got it. Well, I'm gonna go back in the game. I'm gonna let him join you. In
I'm kibitzing the chess here. Okay, Manas.
Thank you.
Manas, okay, yeah. Abel, we'll talk to you again soon. I'm going to take Abel's name off here. I'm joined by Manas Paldi. I don't think I have your name here, but so I hope you're not offended by that.
no, not at all.
Let me try to take Abel. Yeah, boom. And then there's Paul and transition. I learned. Amazing. Okay, so we're back to the games here. Let's go quickly to board 2 here and see what's going on. I need the DGT board. Here it is. And Kyron Griffith is black. I thought he was doing very well here. And now this has happened.
I still feel white is better, no?
Well, black has a nice game here, I think. This is maybe a good move.
Like, I feel even as white, I feel I can play against the d6 pawn quite a bit.
Yeah, oh, that's what's happening here for sure. But
Oh, I thought you said black is better here.
well, I thought black was doing well, but these exchanges have helped white a lot. Way back when we come back here, white's just kind of moved around a lot, and black. I was saying that, you know, when black got a very easy equality out of the opening, you know, he was already equal here
Yeah.
on the even on the 6th move, he already had an equal game. So and he's by far the highest ranked player, so he has to try to make some trouble, and he was doing a very good job. But white played very well here. The knight at a5 was a little. I think black was trying to avoid exchanges, and he put his knight out on a5, which may not have been the right thing to do.
Yeah,
And
exchanging all pieces looks.
a lot of these exchanges have helped white, and although the game might still have be sort of
So-
you know, equally dynamic, black
But
has.
If black is willing to give up the pawn
It
on
looks like
d6
that looks like what's happening.
and get, say, f4 and then f3 in,
That's possible.
that can become troubling for white.
And knight c6 was okay. So that's where we are in this game, and I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe white should play pawn takes pawn and then take on d6. But it's, you know, black is still active, so it's not over yet, and also outrates white by you know, 400 rating points.
Oh, wow.
So we're, you know, Eric Lee. We left it at this situation after f5. He's playing Natalia Sodakova.
I feel white looks better.
I agree with the FIDE master. Yeah. Okay, so
By
black.
the way, and the grandmaster.
Okay, Grandmaster Manas Baldi.
Just making it up.
Queen f3 attacks both pawns here.
Yeah.
Can black play king g6?
Oh wow.
She does. Bishop e2 threatens queen takes h5 check. Rook h8 defends. Rook d6 check. Oh,
Looks so terrible.
this looks very dangerous.
Bishop g4, 5 is also a possibility.
White's thinking. I would say
Bishop
white.
g5, knight d5.
White is close to a winning here. Knight d5 looks very good. There's all kinds of. It's sort of almost an embarrassment of riches, maybe. We'll see. It's hard to believe that that black can survive this. Let's try to find something clear cut.
Knight d5, how do you. Okay, you move
Knight
your queen
d5
somewhere.
threatens knight takes
Queen
f6.
e7, let's say.
No, because knight.
Oh,
takes
sorry,
queen.
queen e8,
Yeah.
getting out of that pen.
Well, then maybe bishop g5. It looks very difficult for black here.
Also, white also has bishop takes a6.
White has a lot of nice moves here. Plus castling is even possible for white. This is very difficult for black, and I'm not we'll just have to see what happens. But here we have two masters on this board, and knight e4 was played, knight c4, knight c3, and there goes the h pawn. But the bishop is trapped.
Is kind of trapped.
But maybe the bishop will have to give itself up for a couple of pawns. Yeah, this is a strange way maybe for white to have played as well. I'm not...
Actually, this doesn't look that bad, right? Like, even if I waste a move, let's say, as white, rook b1, let's say rook a b1, g6.
Bishop g6.
Bishop g6. No, not bishop g6. I'm thinking first bishop h6.
Well, right, and then, yeah.
And then bishop g6. After you take back, I take with the queen. I now have a mate threat.
We'll see. It's still up in the air. I mean, black has to seek some compensation here. It could be difficult for white to untangle. Rook b8. Yeah, white's got the b file too.
It's black's move.
Yeah.
It's white's move.
No, white's move. Yeah, white's move. Okay, we'll come back. We have some games that are in flux here. That's okay.
I played him a couple of times as well.
So f6, we were here at this game, and we're going to see now what white did with the knight. Went to g4, and there it got his knight trapped, as I predicted. And black is going right for it. Black looks like he's doing well here. No.
Yeah, black looks pretty good here.
Yep. Okay. It's a matter of getting these bishops going right. If black can exchange one pair of rooks, he'll be closer to.
Like right now, he can, right?
Rook g8. Maybe he should play rook g8. Yeah, that looks forced almost. Actually, rook g8 looks forced here. Okay. Although c4 is a possibility then. And the guy, I guess the queen can come back on this way.
Do you want c4 though? Because then it removes the defender from d4. It removes our defender, which is gonna help.
Well, I'm looking at rook g8 here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you said c4.
Yeah, but then I guess black could play rook g2.
Rook takes rook, yeah.
Or just go back with the queen to f7 or something. Yeah. Okay. It's still unclear though, for sure. All right, let's go to Winslow Walder on board 6, and let's come back here. Walder was throwing away his pieces, and Winslow was taking them, but he still has Winslow tied down a little bit. Look at this move, Bishop e2. Is that really? This is maybe a good move. Except for there goes that piece. Walder is just continually trying to throw pieces.
Knight's f3 here?
That's actually a good move, isn't it? With the idea of knight e3. Winslow is...
What if I go knight d2 to f3?
3 pieces for a rook. White has 3 pieces for rook. Knight d2 f3. That's a good point. Then maybe rook takes rook, bishop takes rook, and the rook, and then knight to e3.
Knight to e3.
Daniel Perlov says, hi, Manas.
Hey, Daniel. He often watches my stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's your stream? The chess stream?
Yeah, I stream on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
And so you
starting
stream
at 10.
people who you're playing chess with online?
Yeah, I initially started with doing some tactics,
Right,
like just training myself,
right.
and then I played the viewers. So I've played Daniel a few times.
Uh-huh.
He's pretty good. He plays at mechanics too.
Right, sure.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
I think his father might
His-
actually be playing in the TNM.
his father's playing, yeah.
Oh.
I think so.
Do you want to jump to his game?
I don't think his game is on here.
Oh,
We're only doing the top 10 boards. Let's go. I'm going to quickly go down to board 10. I'm not really sure what's going on here in this game, so I'm just going to dodge. I'm going to dodge responsibility. And
I've watched Able Eat all those. I'm good.
I'm gonna dodge responsibility and go to board 10. This is the top board in the under 1600 section, and Jerry Simpkins is black. He's 3-0, and he's playing a good game so far. Let's see what's going on here. And both players are. Jerry loves to attack, so here he comes. He's attacking. His F pawn is threatened, but he's bringing out the pieces. 95, Bishop E2, and he's pouring the pieces onto the king side. And I like the way. That's
that's a good idea.
That's a nice little third rank defense. There.
Yes.
F3
Stream on Chess.com.
to go after D4.
Yes.
I've watched it a time or two.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I didn't put two and two together.
And this is really, Jerry is playing a good game again, and a very unbalanced position.
So
With
material is equal.
materials equal. I really like the way this game is going. Maybe instead of knight c4, black should play his rook into the game. You don't want to start playing without. Also,
Actually, kind of like white here.
well, the knight is attacked. Okay, so I can kind of understand. But maybe knight f5, bringing the knight to the king side. Taking it away from the king side, this is risky. But okay, so queen g7, king g7, rook e7, rook 7. It's hard to say what's going on there. It really is. White
Yeah.
might be thinking of playing queen h4 with the idea of playing rook e7, but you know.
I'm also thinking like queen takes queen, king takes
Rook
rook
check,
check.
king.
I win one pawn, and
Yeah.
like the C
And
and
the
the,
rook
D
on
pawn
the seventh
strong,
rank.
but with the bishop right pointing
rook-
at them. Yeah, and the rook on seventh rank.
Rook on 7th rank.
Yeah. Oh,
Nope, he goes for my bad idea, which is to play rook e7. Okay.
why is it
All
bad
right.
though?
Okay. Queen h4, then knight e5, and to g6. Okay, nice.
Actually,
Okay.
I was thinking of knight e5 as well because now the bishop. If I take the bishop, the pawn is pinned.
Yeah. Knight
So I
e5
get
is
that
a
move
strong
with a
move.
tempo.
Queen h4 is probably not such a good move. Okay. All right, let's go to board 9. This is the top board in the AB section, and this is Mohammed Mansour. He's a very good player, and he's playing Theodora. This is his second chess tournament. He's playing Theodora
You should mention, like, how to do
Polaris.
that, so if people are interested in like being on like Chess.com for TDs. Like,
So we're watching while you're doing that. We're watching Manas's Twitch stream.
Oh, okay. Here, show us. Here, hand us this for a second, and we can put it up. This is
I hear a lot outside
this
where I
is-
sit.
this is Manas's stream, but so it's recorded, right?
Yeah,
it's
right
not
now it's
happening right
recorded.
now.
Yeah. It's not live right now.
Okay.
It's not live.
No.
I think we're all too loud. Is it?
We're having too much fun and making too
I'm
much
sitting
noise.
outside on the first row,
Mhm.
closest, just watching the players and working there.
Okay.
So
Whose voice is it? Mine? Bad. Huh?
both, so all of you, and it's fine. It's fine. It's just.
We can
Mana-
put egg
Mana-
cartons on the wall.
Yeah.
This way's of insulated.
Yeah. So Mansour is board 9.
Uh huh.
Yeah, he might be actually.
Oh.
What should I move next, right?
Okay,
Because
we'll be
you were
quiet.
just talking.
All right, we're gonna be quiet.
So what do you
Okay.
recommend, Manas, for some proof here?
I actually
Yeah.
don't know. Michael is the better person
Cork.
to answer that.
Maybe cork board.
Yeah.
Like
Cork
some
board.
proof boards maybe, the black ones? Yeah.
I will ask Michael. He knows.
Maybe cork board.
Until now, I was thinking we have to be not loud because we are disturbing them. But I didn't think of the fact that we're
We're
discussing the
suggesting
position.
moves. I don't think they're going to get much out of it myself. We'll be back in a second. Are we still streaming?
Yeah, we are
We're still streaming. Okay.
Be careful, I need to pull out.
We're getting a little technical advice. I can't see the chessboards. Here we go. I'm with Manas Palji from Twitch, and
Mind if I
also,
have my name?
yeah. Can you put your name
I
in?
think I should be able to do that.
Yeah.
You can use this one too, see if
Oh, okay.
you explode it.
Okay, we're gonna put Manas Palji from Twitch.
What I'm going to do,
Just plus right here, right?
yeah, I should be able to duplicate this copy. Wait, where did it copy?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
Well, let's not get too. Let's go back to the
Yeah,
chess games
yeah.
here.
Never mind.
Let's see.
Can we go to the first game?
Well, I want. We haven't looked at this game
Oh, we
yet.
haven't looked.
So
Okay.
I'm trying. It's a complicated game, and it looks like sort of chances for both sides. All right, now we're going to go back up to the first game, which was a win for
Oh, which was a
Stearman.
win.
Yeah. So we're going to go to the second
Okay.
board. We were here. It leaves us at the last thing, so we don't have to keep going back.
Karyakin Nipo from Singfield. What happened in that game?
Yeah, I can't remember that
Nipo
game.
won. Nipo lost today. Magnus won today.
Yeah, Magnus won today. Okay, so White went ahead and took on d6, and now if f4, I guess Queen f3. So,
Queen F3.
and that with the idea of maybe playing Queen g4, and that's completely blocked. So Black is desperately trying to open up the game here. I think it's
But F2 is kind of well defended,
yep.
and your pawns are also blocking.
And also bishop h6, and then followed by e3 is a possibility. It's very sharp position. I'm not sure what's going on here either.
Oh, wow, that looks risky. Bishop h6. I actually don't have a back rank check.
And then pawn to e3.
Don't have a back rank check.
Yep. Anyway,
What
it's
happens if White plays g3 here,
Queen h3
and I
maybe.
take the e?
Yeah,
four
and
pawn?
then taking on e4.
Because
That's
now
a
I'm
possi-
threatening back rank checks
Very
plus
possible.
queen e4.
Yeah, very possible. I think Black's position is kind of hanging by a thread a little bit here.
But I feel playing g3 in a tournament is difficult. Like, I would
don't
be
know.
scared of playing that.
Yeah, Queen h3, Queen e4, Rook h5, Queen g2. So Black is White is definitely
Actually, you don't even have to play queen g2 right away. We can throw in a check.
first.
Rook takes.
Yeah.
King comes up. You go
Queen a7 maybe.
I was actually thinking queen. Queen a7. That also
Yeah.
makes sense.
So there's possibilities. All right, let's go to Eric Lee's game. This game looked like it was almost over.
Yeah.
Bishop g5, Queen c7, Bishop f6. Okay, so if Queen
takes, we take the rook.
d6, he takes the other rook. Very simple.
But what if knight takes back?
Yeah, if knight takes, rook c6 maybe, and then knight d5.
Or queen g3?
Or no, if knight takes, rook takes f6, and knight d5 check.
Oh, that's
Yeah. That's
really smart.
that's it. I'd love to get Jerry in here.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, if you can. Don't you hold on. He might not come in here. He's shy.
Oh, that's a pretty idea. If knight takes, then rook takes after you take.
It's so this game is just about over. Black's thinking, but it looks bad. It looks
If
bad.
black doesn't take back, then simply a piece down.
And if queen takes rook, bishop takes
Yeah,
rook.
it's a piece down, right? White can also castle,
Yeah,
so you don't
yeah.
have to worry about much.
Yeah, and then queen h5 check is threatened. That's very, very tough. Very, very tough. Hey Jerry, come on in, man. Did you win your game?
Got a little lucky, that's all.
Okay, well you know what? Your game is on live online, so come and sit down and tell me what you were thinking, Jerry. Come and have a seat, man. Jerry.
I'm too, now that I know to critique on YouTube, no.
No, come on, sit down, man. We gotta have you here. Just for 5 minutes, please.
5 minutes, okay.
I want the pleasure of your company.
Yeah, okay, 5 minutes.
All right.
But it's nothing special though, Greg. What?
What do you mean?
Nothing special. I didn't do nothing special. My thinking, attack, you know.
You can pull up your chair a
Well,
little
I mean,
bit.
was there a particular move?
Pull up your chair a little bit.
I think I put his name.
What's that?
Did I put his name?
No, I don't think so. Or did you? Did you put Jerry Simpkins up here? Wow, that would be great.
What's that?
I didn't think you. We didn't think. We're not sure if your name is on here already.
Well, you know what, Paul? I'm still suspicious about how I got down to 1476 there. I mean, really, I don't know where that came from. I was
There's so
15
many
all
names
along.
here, I can't.
All of a sudden.
Okay, you gotta keep it down though, because even though we're in the office, they can hear us loud and clear. So Jerry, you're now 4-0 in this tournament.
Yeah, well, that
Congratulations. Congratulations, my man. You are.
Well, you jinxed me, but I have to
How
kind
am
of
I
like.
jinxing you?
No, I have to
How
kind of
am I
like.
jinxing
I
you?
have to kind of like at least. I can't lose no more than 2 games.
Hold. Let me
You know.
get that.
Not in my rating.
Is that-
To
is that right?
get some kind of recognition. Yes, correct.
There's recognition, and then there's the cold hard cash that you're looking at the end of this.
Well, that's true. That's true.
And you're 4-0, Jerry. Have you
Yeah,
ever
well-
gone 4-0 in this tournament before?
Well, I came close though. I came close in the other format, but I won a couple of times. You know that, right?
You won some money in here.
A couple
I know.
times, yeah.
I know you have.
Yeah.
But you're playing good chess too, because I
Thank
was
you.
looking at this game. I want to. We've got the game. We're
What
gonna take
anything
a look at
particular you were curious about?
I want you to tell me what
You know
you
what
were
the-
thinking, man.
you know
'cause
what-
you tell us what you were thinking.
You know what?
Okay.
But you know what
There's
I thought?
Jerry Simpkins.
Yeah. You know what I thought though, Paul? I thought it would be more interesting. And I
What?
think Nick he said he had time, he would have gone over it, but he didn't have too much time today. My
Who's
game last week.
Who is that? Well, you've got bring your game.
On Thursday?
Bring your game on Thursday.
No, most
And we'll-
definitely,
But not
yeah.
this Thursday because it's the last Thursday of the month, and we're not having a class on the last.
Are you not
Thursday.
having class this
Not
Thursday?
on the last Thursday of the month. Yeah. So so here we go, Jerry. This is your game. Let's check it out. Jerry, what's your rating, Jerry?
Well, yeah, it was 1500.
Okay, so you're on the top.
I'm 14. You got me like 1476. I don't know where
It's
that
the
came
United
from.
States Chess Federation, Jerry. It's
I
not.
got to blame it on that? Okay, all right.
Somebody says start a donation drive for soundproofing the office.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's great, Jerry. No, seriously, we should do that. Okay, so but you're on board one of the under 1600. Yeah, board, but that's board one of your section. And now you're going to be in the spotlight next week too because you're just winning.
Well,
So
that'll be 3 weeks in a row,
You'll
would be on board 10 because the board 10 is the top board in the under 1600 section.
Is that right?
Now you were skeptical
That's a
about
celebrity.
this. You're a celebrity, and you were skeptical about.
I am still skeptical about it, because there's no room for errors in this, and this format.
You just have to be the best that you can be, you're a celebrity.
Yeah,
that's it. All right, so let's take a look at your game, Jerry. You're black, and you play the Dutch defense and the stone wall. Yeah,
no, I don't think he played. Did he play right away? I don't think he played.
This is your game. You got it.
Right here. That's me. I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, absolutely.
Squackity schmick schmack, says Svetlana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
Jerry. People are okay. So Jerry, you're playing a good game here. In fact, I didn't really see a bad move. It's like you're a new man here. Look at this. Watch it. I like there's no questionable moves that I saw right in this game. We're just going to keep going through it, and I'm looking. You're building up your position. You're getting your king out of harm's way. Both players are fighting for control of the center with their knights, and look at you. You're just going right.
Very aggressive.
You're going right for his throat.
Yeah.
Aggressive play pays off, Jerry.
Yeah.
It does. It does. You're forcing him to retreat. You're moving forward. You're attacking. All right. So now he's on your F pawn, and this is a nice little sequence that I saw here with Bishop G4.
What's you thinking on there?
I like that move a lot. Knight E5, Bishop E. This exchange was just perfect, and you brought your queen. Just super aggressive play. A4. That was an interesting idea to bring the rook up along that way.
What do you think? You think White should have moved?
I think this is. I don't know.
He moved A4. You think that was a good move?
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was an interesting idea to bring the rook up like that. And chess is a game of ideas, right? You guys you're telling your story. He's telling his story. You guys it's the battle of chess ideas, right? Maybe you could play knight to F5 and go try to play knight D4 here. So that if you put knight go
back there and attack right here. Attack right. Yeah, I didn't want to attack that right away because of the fact that this opened up the king line.
Okay, all right.
Well, what do you think on that? What you thinking on that?
Svetlana says, "Nice game, Jared." Okay. You just have to be a little.
Okay.
All right. So knight G5, rook A3, and this was a well played, Jerry. You going for the D4 pawn? I thought this was really well done. So now,
you think you should have played.
Now it's like dynamically balanced. I mean, it's not. I really like the way this game has gone. You're playing good. He's attacking your knight.
Incidentally, do you think he should have played right here, C6,
queen to C3?
Yeah, C3. I'm sorry.
Well, then you'd happily exchange, and then it could be a race between your pawns. You look like you're well placed in that situation to try to attack his weak pawns. The one thing you need to do is bring that rook into the game. That rook is sitting out there at A8 doing nothing. So let's see what happened. This was interesting. Knight C4. I thought maybe to go with the knight this square, but he plays rook here, queen B2. H2 because he doesn't want to get checkmated on the back rank. He wants to move his rook in, and you go back and now he should have traded and played rook check and rook
I am
takes
a pawn though now at this point.
But not if he trades and plays rook check. See, he can trade queen
and then come down check.
And then come check and take.
I think I saw that. Yeah, I think I saw it. Yeah, that would definitely been a good move.
But you still have chances there because you can go after his A pawn by playing A5 and knight B2 and knight A4. So you'd still have chances there. But but what he went back there, and then this was a nice move. Obviously, it blocked the E file and threatens knight F3 check. And now I think you're much better. And now you got your rook into the game, just like I told you to do.
And this was a mistake right here. This, yeah, that was a mistake.
Yes,
That
it
was a
was.
mistake there.
And you know what, Jerry? The sign of a good player is taking advantage of the mistakes.
Yeah, that's
Congratulations,
true.
man.
So thank you,
Played a
Paul.
good
Come from
game.
you.
Yeah.
Mean a lot.
No, you're playing good chess, Jerry. You're playing good chess. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Paul.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Okay, so you
come
you
back
know-
in after you play your game, whether you win or lose. Come in and play. Come in and talk to
Hey,
us.
critique?
All right. Okay. Okay, Natalia.
For you. Yeah.
Did you?
I just lost
I,
a week
I saw
just
that.
to do the commentary.
You lost. I saw that. Let me take Jerry Simpkins out of here. How do I take him? Is he at the bottom? Oh, he's at the top. Boom. And Natalia, I'm going to find your name.
Title player.
We should put Natalia's in like gold.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the only one, Natalia.
Can you find Natalia?
Title players.
Title players, but they're all mixed together.
They're the one in the bottom.
There you are. Yay. Okay. All right. Okay. So Natalia, show us your game. Let me see. I don't know what happened in your game, but it looked like you were doing very good.
I thought I was doing all right.
And then you were
until
doing
some point.
I've had a lot of games like that.
After I
Show us.
It's a King Indian, right?
Right.
How the
Well, you can just go
Oh,
like
just
that,
okay.
or you can do the
Yeah.
this thing. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a King Indian Zen
Yeah.
system, and I believe it's all theory, book moves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the idea is for white has a big center and stuff.
Yeah.
And they want to move probably pawns on the king side, but the idea is do e5 or put the rook on b8,
Right.
and just do the side.
I think this is all book. Probably.
Yeah, this is all book,
Yeah.
and this is not the main move because I believe the main move is knight c1.
Okay.
Wherever knight goes on c1, do e5 and,
Okay.
and put their bishop on d4. I mean, there are different, but this is also
Yeah.
move that happens.
Right.
And I believe usually when white do h4
Black plays
h5. I mean,
Okay.
it's my based on my knowledge, maybe it's I
Right.
think so.
It's risky to allow white to play H5.
And it's kind of stops g4 at the moment
Right.
now, so it just
Okay.
so this is the maneuver, and this is the standard kind of reply.
Right.
That this is all standard.
Okay.
So I put the knight on d4, and this is without h4 h5, this is very. And I thought, maybe because usually white do the short castle,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought, okay, the short castle is the pawn on h4 can be handled
Right.
at some point. So I thought this addition of h4 h5 is in my favor.
Okay.
I was not too sure, but that's why. So this is also
Right.
move. So-
Now maybe knight takes b3,
No, I believe.
and then maybe he would play c7 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
But then you're still okay. I think queen c7. It's sort of like a, I don't know.
No, I think it's also the book move. It's not like
Okay.
I came up.
This is all book.
Yeah, it's not like
Okay.
I came up with this.
Okay.
So this is all book except
Except for those
these.
two.
Oh, sorry. Except these two
That's fine.
moves.
Yeah.
And the idea, I believe, the main move here is bishop e2.
That's what I would think.
And a short castle.
Uh-huh.
And the idea of the black, they kind of had in development, so they do the d5. So this is the idea because the rook's on the open files and just all the pieces. So, but I believe this is in my favor, h4, h5.
So what happened? What went wrong here? Maybe you should play d5 right away.
I did.
But before rook e8, I don't know.
No. I mean, this is.
Okay.
I think so far so good.
Okay.
because it's like still like the
Right.
king in the center and it's kind
Okay.
of behind in development.
Right.
But I mean, and I saw this. I saw this. I saw that I will attack the bishop, and I will. And here, I believe this is the key moment.
Okay.
So there's not much to comment in this game except
Well, no, it's interesting
except
to me.
here, probably I should have taken on b2 because wherever I did on e5, it just whatever happened in the game, it just opened up. He just opened up my king. It just totally low. I mean.
So rook b2 here.
Yeah. So
Okay,
what
that's
if?
interesting.
Yeah. What if I because.
Well, we can't move the
They
pieces,
can't move
but
the
we can
pieces.
just we
We can
can
just
we
look at
can-
it, yeah.
speculate.
So if I take on b2, so he could have
If
went
he
like,
plays e6, then you play maybe queen c7. I don't know. What if? What
yeah, there is no like immediate because the bishop on e3 you will be
right,
hanging.
that's true. But you can't move your knight, so I don't know. It's horribly complicated. This is one of those situations where you need the computer.
Yeah, I would probably play either queen c7 or queen e7. Yeah.
If e6, yeah.
So then if
Okay,
I
I'm
will,
just looking at the
if I
obvious
will-
move.
then he would probably do f5 or so.
So maybe he plays bishop g3 again. But maybe then, no, then you can play f takes, I don't know, knight e5 maybe even. I don't know. No.
So if I take on b2, yeah, so then
Ooh. It's very complicated, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah.
Maybe he would like rook takes b2, queen f7. No, queen f7. I would go queen e7, and it just kind of release the pressure.
Right. What's he gonna do? Bishop d3 is the move I keep looking at for some reason.
Which one?
Bishop d3.
Oh, bishop
Rook
d3.
b2, bishop d3. I think this is, but then maybe you could play bishop b7 or something.
Yeah,
I don't
bishop
know.
b7. Yeah, that's what the idea. Like rook on b2, like to open up the bishop,
As well, yeah.
and like bishop b3, you like close the d file because you're not attacking
Right.
my knight anymore.
Right. Although there's so many tactics here. It's,
I know. It's hard for me to keep up with
Yeah,
these young players,
yeah.
so I don't know. Yeah.
Daniel Perloff says hi to you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, hi Daniel.
So, how are you doing in this tournament? Otherwise, you were doing.
I win every other game.
You win every game.
Let's
yeah.
put it this way.
This kid is
Then-
strong. This kid is strong.
And it means I lost every other game.
Yeah. He plays like an old man, but he's 11 years old. But
He's 11.
yeah.
He's pretty tall.
He's the best 11-year-old chess player in the country, highest rated.
My
highest
record
rated.
against youngsters not so good. I would prefer more mature players. So for River, they calculate tactics very well.
Younger players, somebody says. Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Younger, yeah.
Yeah. So how many points do you have? You have
2 out of 4.
2 out of 4.
2 out of
yeah.
4.
Well, if you win the rest of your games, you'll win the tournaments. It's a long tournament.
I just need to make sure that you're not gonna pair me with the youngsters. Then I'm gonna win all the rest of the games. Can I count on that?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
You'll have to talk to Judith. She does the pairings. And,
Yeah, blame it on the parents. Right?
Yeah.
well, he's tough.
Yeah, I thought like he is like a very very strong player, but I thought his previous game with Josiah.
Yeah, he got.
And it was like not
so great.
not so much of a battle.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, okay, maybe
Okay.
youngsters they have their bad days as well.
That's
so,
true.
But
What happened here, though?
I mean, here it's already kind of.
Is it impossible to defend?
I mean, here if you go, I mean, I was hoping he was go queen f7, and then queen f7 I have knight f6.
Okay.
So basically, he is attacking my queen. I'm attacking his queen on the 7 rank, and it's kind of good for me.
But queen f3 is
But
a nice.
queen f3 was like a cold shower. Yeah, he was like. So
And now
it's
king
like,
g6. Oh,
but
no.
what you gonna do? I mean, you
Nothing.
have this my knight
Yeah.
is I would wanna play knight of 6 just because to defend on
Yeah,
f5
just-
h5, but then my queen.
It's funny, one move and it's.
Yeah.
Did you have another move after f5? Was there anything?
I mean,
here?
this is already so. I
Yeah.
believe take on e5 was a huge mistake. It was like here is already. I need
It's
to
already
pay
very-
for good advice.
Yeah, this is tough. Yeah.
What is here? So I mean, I maybe can play
Queen f6.
queen f6, yeah, just to remove my
But then
queen.
knight e4.
Knight e4 or bishop g5 or something.
Knight e4, queen f5, knight g5 check or knight g6.
Or maybe even to take on g6.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
queen of6. He
Yeah,
takes
this
on
is
G6.
bad. If you can't play.
Yeah, just one move is not. Yeah. And
It's-
I just don't. I feel like I saw this. I don't know why. What I was. No, I mean I was on queen f7, knight of6, but there are so many.
And
So other moves.
f5 is a nice move, though. You have to give it to the.
But on the other hand, there is no other move. I mean,
Right,
when
right.
you can make mistake when there are
Right.
so many good options. Then you
Right.
choose between this and that.
That's
But on the
true.
other hand, he doesn't have many other
Right,
options
that's
here
true.
because I'm threatening to
To
take on
open
f4,
E5, yeah.
and he's king. So this is the only move basically.
Yeah, it's just stronger than it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when it's the only good move, then it's kind
Then
of easy
it's-
to find,
yeah.
especially for the strongest 11-year-old, right? So
The strongest 11-year-old in the United
the United
States.
States, okay.
Yeah, he's had some good results. He drew with Patrick Wolf and
Yeah, I remember I was watching him.
Yeah.
He was coming, but then as I said, I saw his last game. I said, okay, well, it was
Yeah.
kind of maybe he was scared a little bit.
I don't know what happened. Well, they were both in the chess camp. There was a chess school here, and they were both here.
Oh, the one that Sam Shankland is
Yeah.
doing? Oh, it's like in here in
It
Mechanics?
was here at the Mechanics, and with
And it's like, what
Greg
is it?
Shahade and Sam Shanklin did that, and both of those boys were here
Oh.
with a bunch of other kids.
And what is it, like a week long
Yeah,
camp?
very good. I mean, phew,
Yeah.
those kids are strong. Yeah.
Is it only for kids?
It was kids, yeah, but we had people that were at the club and they were kind of like listening in and trying to get some good
then
advice.
it's not fair, right? It's not a fair game.
You know, the youngsters were able to absorb the knowledge.
Oh, see, I'm having disadvantage like from the beginning. That's
Yeah.
not fair. So don't pair me with the youngsters. This is the request.
Yeah, they're the future grandmasters of America.
Right. I prefer more mature, experienced players.
Players are gonna blunter.
You can read between the lines. Yeah. I usually, can do that. But I mean, the young players, my record is not so good. So.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay, are you good? You want to look at some other games, or are you finished with this game?
Yeah, I finished them all.
Yeah,
To
never look at
anymore,
it again.
Yeah. I mean, here, like, I'm not a very good defender, especially. Maybe I could have played better, maybe. Even though after the last. You already
you can't allow queen takes pawn check.
Yeah, I need to defend it.
There's no way out of this.
Maybe I could have played. I mean, it's already lost, but maybe I could have played queen e7 or something.
Queen e7.
Then he would have maybe played queen c6.
Then you can play rook b6. I don't know. No, maybe not. Because of rook d7. I don't know.
Yeah, queen e7.
He almost has queen f5 check. Isn't it crazy? Queen e7 does attack the rook.
I'm sure there is a tactics here. I just queen e7, queen c6, like rook b6. Yeah.
Maybe rook f6, knight f6, knight d5, threatening the queen. And if knight d5, bishop e7. Although you'd be able to fight with two minor pieces for a queen.
Yeah, so queen f7, rook f6,
knight
and,
f6.
and knight d5.
And then maybe knight takes d5. And if bishop e7, knight takes e7.
With this kind of king is
And
like
I
doubt I
you
can
have
defend this.
2 pieces. You have a rook and a knight for a queen.
Oh, this is the best.
Yeah.
The best position I've ever had.
That's right. Yeah, that might be. You might be
This
able
is
to
the way. This is the way out. No, I doubt it.
It's possible, but like you said, maybe queen c6. I don't know. Queen e7, queen c6.
No, but then rook b6.
Then rook b6 and then rook d7.
Oh, rook d7, right? And take on rook c6.
Rook e7, bishop e7, bishop e7. Yeah.
So, and what is the material?
You're down a piece.
Yeah.
Maybe down 2 pieces actually.
It doesn't matter.
I think you're down
One
2
piece
pieces.
or 2 pieces. In the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's like a lost position, right? So.
Okay.
Yeah, one round move. I believe after rook b2, I still had a game. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's a very sharp position. You need to be, 11 years old to calculate all these sharp variations.
They do get some premier coaching. That chess school was really something to behold. Watching Shanklin put those kids.
And how do the kids it's like you need to pay for this camp?
They paid, yeah.
They paid? Okay.
Yeah, parents paid.
Yeah, I understand. But I mean, whoever wants to participate,
Yeah,
they can
I mean, but
participate.
it was like,
Oh, it was limited seats?
I don't know about that, but it was
Yeah, maybe like, maybe
fi-
for Daniel, I don't know.
5 days of
Oh.
coaching by very strong coach. They were all masters. All of the children were masters. Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
It's not like beginners.
It's not like beginners. No, these were some of the best young players in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Walter Winslow.
Oh, I mean, they can come.
What happened in this game? Walter finally repulsed the attack. Okay, Natalia, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
All
Always
right.
a pleasure.
Come back. All right. Yeah. All right. We're going to take Natalia out of here.
Is Nick gone?
Oh yeah, Nick is long gone.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to take Elliot. Do you want to show your Wait a minute. I'm going to take it. Are you doing it? Don't
No.
Don't hang out with
No
that.
smoking for you. You've had enough.
Don't hang out with that. I'm going to try to find.
Is there Judy's
Title players.
I'm trying to find Natalia. There she is. Off. Transition. Let's put, and then I'll take my name off too because I'm going to take a short break. Elliot, will you sit here for a minute?
Elliot just walked out of the room.
Oh, he
He'll be back in a
did.
moment.
Okay. All right, I'll leave myself on. Michael, you want to sit down for a second?
Sure.
The first one.
Elliot.
Yeah.
You can put Elliot name, his name up too. I think he'll be right back.
Okay, cool.
But
Come on, Michael. Sit down. How'd you do?
well, I had fun. But
Michael
perhaps too
Walter. Spasivo. Daniel Perloff says hi.
hello.
Spasivo means thank you, right?
Or please.
Please. Okay, let's see if we can get Elliot in this spot.
Thank you. Thank you is gracias.
Elliot, I'm gonna let you guys go over your game. Let me interact with. Oh, and they have to interact with the DGT boards too.
Oh, we do we? Well, I mean, we can just
There's-
talk about it. Let's play, or that isn't here.
What?
The ability to go step by step through the game.
You can step through the game, but you can't make any extra moves.
Right.
We're trying to do the name thing. Michael Walter and Elliot's names are on top of each other right now.
Is that
But
that's pretty smart. I think you have to do something.
you have to drag them, right? Yeah, there you go.
Except for
It'll be there you go. All right.
it's actually backwards.
It's actually backwards, but I'm
So,
not going
so
to
actually
worry
change
about
chairs.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
just change chairs, and
Smoke fast.
oh, I'm not good. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore.
Oh, congratulations.
I don't. I'm
Great.
just going to stretch my legs
Okay.
and let you guys take over.
So which way? This way.
Yours.
Yeah.
So what do we got here?
So how do we get to the game?
He's doing it over here somehow.
So what do we do?
I love it.
Yeah. And how do we scroll them back?
Just as nothing you guys.
Okay, so this is back. Right?
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
Make it last.
oh, shut up. Okay, so I thought I'd play something slightly odd. You played something known,
Yes.
and here we are. Sort
Yep.
of. E4 maybe? D4 you played. Oh, you didn't play D4. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so this is
So this
so
is
now
all
we're in a
known.
famous line,
Yes.
Kasparov Gambit or something like. No, it's just something else.
Well, no,
It's
this has
the
been
E6
played for a
line.
long time. Yeah.
but
So,
what's the deal?
so
I
I
remember.
so when you play E3, that's correct. Now I have a
Bishop
choice
E7 or Bishop C5.
right, and Bishop C5 is the fun line. So I played the fun line.
Well, I hope you had fun. Yeah.
Well,
Bishop
so-
E7, it takes, what is it, Bishop F4, castles 95? Or is it Rook E1, castles 95? I couldn't remember.
Well, okay, so Bishop E7, I played Bishop E6. Takes Bishop E6.
No. You want to play Bishop E6 here?
No, I say if I play Bishop E7,
I take,
you can take. I recapture with the pawn.
and I play Bishop F4 maybe, and then I'm looking for, or Rook E1, I'm looking for 95.
Right, and this is supposed to be a small advantage for white. So Bishop C5 was the complicated one.
Okay, and who says?
Well, Sakis played this.
Okay. And I took, oh no, I didn't.
No,
I
you
went
didn't
crazy.
So this is this was
Known?
played against. Yeah, it's known. It was played against me once before. I took with the bishop, and the game drew very quickly. And I was wondering why not take with the knight.
Well,
Normally, it's pawn takes pawn instead.
you mean for white?
Yeah, white played. I believe B4 is a move too, but I don't.
Can they see our mouse? Probably not. I can't even see
No.
it. Where's our mouse? Hey,
So if you, white plays ED, and black plays ED, rook E1 check, bishop E6.
I've seen this
knight G4,
95 castles.
castles. Yeah,
Rook takes C6 even.
yeah. Or knight
Knight
takes,
takes, yeah.
pawn takes, rook takes, D3.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
And
for white.
yeah, I got a lot of play on F2. And it's a wild game, and that's what I was expecting. B4, I one time took with the bishop, and the game just petered out.
Knight takes, queen check, knight C6, takes, queen takes B4, or what? It's not so easy to peter it out.
Or I don't have to take on knight takes. I can actually just castle.
Okay. Although it's yeah, a little. Can you? Are you sure about that? No, you can't. I take twice and played. No, if bishop takes, knight takes E5. If you castle, I have knight takes E6 and E takes D4 and those pawns are got to be good. I'm up a pawn, and it's healthy for the moment. And I get my bishop out, and then I
Yeah,
move my
I
knight.
think I play C5 and then bishop A6.
Ah, you have one of those. Yeah, maybe. They have queen B3 if I want to shut you down somehow.
Yeah, I think that's a game. I think this is.
Oh, okay, interesting. We shall look.
So
later.
I decided that knight was a move from a long time ago that I looked at. And I thought, when I played bishop takes, I thought, why not knight takes?
How long ago was this game, and who was it against?
About 3 years ago. It was
Oh, that
against-
long?
It
Oh,
was
it's here.
It was about 2,100 player.
Was it here?
No, it was. I think it was in one of the Golden State.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
the game drew. It was kind of a.
So
Smaller
anyway, off
game.
with the E pawn, and now I expected queen D6,
Well,
keeping an eye on D4. And I have to go somewhere. I'm not really happy about that. If I take on D4, it's also interesting.
Well, I think I shouldn't have. Well, obviously, I totally missed the strength of
Rook A5. Yeah, it was clear. I caught the tell.
Yeah,
It wasn't quite a double take, but it was clearly you didn't expect that. Yeah, so I've flung this in, which I might play in queen D6. I don't know. Crazy, but it doesn't quite work.
Yeah, but and perhaps just sacking the pawn, going back to C6 or going to A6.
So then I can take and then play E takes and Rook A2 and actually get my pieces untangled slightly. Maybe. Actually, no. You take with the queen. Well, then I trade queen. Yeah, I always. But it's not like I'm winning or anything. I just have the pawn on C4.
Yeah,
which might actually mean something good.
Or it could be a weakness. So if I play knight A6 here.
Yeah, that was what I expected. Actually, I thought that was the best move. Did you play it?
No,
Oh, here you went into the PSAC.
I
didn't work out.
thought I was getting enough pressure for it.
You got a lot, but it just never quite turned into something real. Maybe you have to toss rookie once. So this is what you did. Okay.
Yeah.
So, ooh, look, a piece. I'll take it. Okay, couldn't help myself. Check. King over. 2 pawns, and one of them's on F2.
The other thing I could play, well, that's the same thing.
Yeah, I just didn't see it happening. And so you played, what, Queen D4, you mean? Trade rook A5.
No, I was thinking of trying to get E2 in somehow.
Because then I get rid of it. And
and
this
I just
ridiculous
don't have
move. B6 doesn't quite cut it.
No,
We thought black was fine if black had just played knight A6.
Yeah.
That was what I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I totally missed rook A5. I mean, it's really stupid.
So knight A6.
Knight A6 and black looks like he's okay. Huh?
Silly black. Maybe. I get ragged pawns, but I guess I can't say I'm ahead in development, can I?
No.
What can I do then?
No, I think
guess
knight
I can play
A6 is correct.
my queen. So I have knight D3 then, maybe.
And then you can, at the least, could just play pawn takes pawn.
Yeah. Knight takes C5, pawn takes F2 check even. Yeah. That one's savory.
Yeah.
Yep. So it'll be up a pawn for you.
Yeah.
I don't know, but these guys are analyzing their game.
Okay, so this is over.
Yeah.
Okay,
they
so now
play
I'm up a
each
piece.
other.
And it was just a question of bringing it down.
The other question is, if we go back a couple of, if I don't play, I kept on looking at things like queen takes, E2.
Yeah, I just play rook E1, it goes away.
Then bishop D4, and then
I can still play rook A5.
no, but then I can play. I can't play B6.
Your rook takes E2 will guard E5. Yeah, you might win a pawn, but not a great one.
So wait a second. Let me just look. So if here, if queen takes, rook takes E2,
rook E1,
rook E1. So.
Let me just see something here.
You want to look at other games?
Oh, I just no.
Oh.
I just want.
What does that do for anybody?
Nothing. I just want to see what people are seeing.
Okay. So so if so queen takes, rook takes E2, rook E1.
Thank you.
Bishop takes B4.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about bishop takes B4 there?
Well, then you can play rook takes
E3.
What? No, I'm saying queen D1, rook D1, E2.
Rook E1.
Bishop takes B4.
Rook takes E2.
So rook D1 check.
Oh, no, he took me. I didn't take him. Rook D1 check. No, I was just there.
And the only other move here.
Spasibo.
Okay, so the only other try I can see.
They're talking about
Daniel Perlov is there.
Is that the guy that used to come in here all the time?
His father's playing in there.
Oh, he is?
Now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is the microphone on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So be nice. Be nice.
I'll try.
No, I'm not talking to you.
So anyway, yeah.
Okay. So let's see what happened.
I may have misplayed it defense-wise.
You guys.
So this is uncomfortable. What did I do? I played knight F3, didn't I? Yeah, I didn't play bishop F4, which was interesting also. G5, knight F3 then.
Daniel, I'll go run out and take a look and let you know, okay? And then I'll come back and give you an update.
He's talking to you.
Yeah. So
I went here. What the hell? Looks like covering E1 was a good thing to do.
Yeah, and I just don't. I can almost, but I just can't.
It doesn't happen. You can just barely taste it. It's not there. B6 is still not quite good enough.
Right.
So what did you do? I don't remember.
I played bishop G4.
Bishop G4. Okay, and I played this, and now strange. Now I'm up 2 pieces. Anyone counting?
Yes. No,
but wait.
There's more.
Yeah. So what I go 92. Yeah.
Yeah. Just always covering my mate threat. And then I'm running out of them.
Yeah. And I thought rook E8 was what I expected for some reason.
Rook E8. Is better.
I can just play bishop b2 or something. There's nobody home.
Well, the
Or
problem
can
is.
you? Well, bishop b2's covered. That's the nice thing. I have that knight bearing on e2.
Yeah, I looked at I looked at knight d4, e4.
Of course, I want to get my king up to g2 somehow. Get rid of that annoying pawn and pins. And
I just don't think I have enough.
Even h3 and king h2 would have been a nice thing to get in. Yeah, what happens on rook e8? That's a good question.
That was the other choice.
Let me see. You can say. Daniel, I think your dad's in trouble. But you never know.
Well, rook e8's the other choice. On rook e8.
Rook ae8.
Rook ae8.
So this is 3 pieces for a rook, or this is
Only two.
right now?
Yeah,
so it's not so clear.
So
there was a great variation where I had 4 pieces for 2 rooks and a pawn.
Oh yeah.
A pawn.
That would have been fun.
I didn't want fun. I wanted to win.
Oh.
That f2 pawn is
it's a thorn, but
a bone in my throat.
Well, okay. So rook a to e8 is the only other try that I can see, and I don't know.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay. We shouldn't.
Keep going.
Dredge
Let's
on
see
it.
what
Okay.
happens.
So this is where he went. I guarded it. And
I was looking at all the ways you could lose there.
94 somehow.
I
cut it.
Yeah.
Should be 2.
Bishop e2 was what was played, I think. Right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Fun move.
And I just left. I laughed at your threats. Ha ha ha.
And you did, and it was like.
And you took, and I took. I thought maybe rook a1 was your best try, but maybe.
Yeah. And then rook e8 maybe.
Well, I'm going king g2 is the problem. The problem is you want to get, you'd like, I remember why you want the rook on e8, because it had to do with knight g4, king g2, knight e3 check, king takes f2, knight d1 check, when the rook on e1 is guarded. But I can sack the exchange, and that's where I get 4 pieces for the...
Yeah, I saw that. And said there was no future in that.
So what happened here?
I didn't want to go into it. I was going to try to do something else.
What happened here?
Well, we moved on. He went here again, but then I went here. If I'm actually threatening to get rid of that annoying rook, and there's always mate threats, for example, coming up, sir, and now I get aggressive and it's all over.
Yeah,
I could have played d4 first, but with threatening bishop takes e3, rook takes a1, bishop takes f2, and 3 pieces for 3 pieces for a rook, no pawns.
Yeah.
But this was, and then I could just take. That's probably one endgame, but this is so much better.
And
I get the connected pass pawns gin.
Yeah. So
knight takes g3, king
Is gin
g2.
a chess term?
It is now.
It
Yes,
is.
it has been for a while.
All right.
And it's over.
Well, congratulations, you guys.
One game.
Defense. Okay.
Oh,
Please, thank you.
So let's go see what.
I will. One second. I'll be right there.
And that was 2 chess masters, Michael Walder and Elliot Winslow, analyzing their
My favorite player.
Who's your favorite
The
player?
one beat me. Ruined my record.
What's his name?
Mansoor?
Mansoor. Oh, yeah.
Mansoor.
He's such a nice guy.
He is a nice guy who beat me.
That's tonight?
No. Yeah.
A couple rounds ago.
Yeah.
Let's get your name up in lights and my name up in lights.
Lights.
We got to get rid of these guys' names here. So let's
Let
find.
me go bring my backpack as you do this.
Yeah, don't leave your backpack lying around.
No, I'm almost done. So as much as I
Where is
I don't think it's worth it. So.
Oh, help me, Juan. I need help here. Where are these? Too many names on here.
It's okay. We don't need to put a name on my face.
Well, okay. It's not just that, but I can't get rid of the guys that are here.
Don't you have to click up there or something?
No, here's Michael Walter. Boom. Okay, and now
Your game looked like almost an extra.
put my name here at least. because I'm the host. I have to pretend to know what I'm doing. Erica, there you are. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yay. All right.
Great. We did that.
So let's look at some of these games that are going on here. How'd you do tonight, Erica?
I won.
You won? So what's your score?
What round is it?
4.
3. I got 3 wins and 1 loss.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
girl. All right. So, you are in the under 18?
Yeah, for now.
The under 16?
Under 18.
You're in the AB section, and you've got 3 points. Wow. You've been on your way up recently. So why are you getting better at chess all of a sudden? I mean, you've definitely made some progress in the last year, right? Or last 6 months?
I think by the end of this year I'll have gone from, I think I started at like 1630 and I'll be at 18.
So how have you been able to make that progress?
Just practicing more blitz, honestly, and just like reviewing my
Playing
games.
more?
Yeah, so I'll take an opening and then I'll play it with blitz like 100 times and just see what the best moves
And
are.
you're just getting more serious about chess.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's showing your results are better,
They are.
and you're probably getting more confidence. Confidence has a lot to do with chess.
It does.
It really does.
It really does.
No matter who you're sitting down and playing, you've got to be confident that you can kick their asses and behinds, whatever you want to call it. So, we can't show your game tonight,
No.
but we can look at. Somebody's asking, what's your opening repertoire?
I feel like that's giving away all my secrets.
Danielle, that's it. She can't tell you.
I can tell you I'll play d4 as white, and as black it's always a surprise.
Okay, so here is Kyron Griffith's game as it enters this stage. Rook f8, bishop a3, bishop h6 attacking the queen, queen e2 threatening queen c4 check.
The tensing, he's like, they can get away from him.
E3. And that stops the queen check on c4 and opens up. That's a nice looking move.
Yeah?
Doesn't stop it, it just makes it don't move. Actually,
And the rook is hanging at f8, and can white decide to take it?
Was there like a why didn't black play rook takes f2? Well, then queen check and bishop takes f8. Maybe.
Yeah, that queen
Yeah,
check.
that would have been nice.
That queen check is good.
E3, bishop takes f8.
That's what happened, and now Kyron is thinking, oh dear.
Pawns, etc. Well, pawn takes pawn is check.
Okay.
Always check it might be made. Right?
Right. I love that. Check it might be made.
You might not see it, and you can.
I asked Sam Shanklin what his favorite move was, and he told me in some situation. I said my favorite move was pawn takes queen mate. White went awry. I don't know. This is not clear. He's white's exchange up.
Because he's a weak player.
Rook f2.
Oh, that's so mean.
What about rook f2 here?
What about it? Then what? Oh, that's interesting. Queen g4 half. Nice try.
Well, then queen g4 and bishop takes. No.
Actually, rook
On
takes
e2.
Yeah, well, maybe you got something. Let's see. Rook takes f2.
Okay.
There's a problem. Bishop takes h6. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh no! Wait, d8's covered. Bing. How annoying is that?
But rook b8. Ooh.
That's rough.
If rook f2, queen c4 checks as Andy Lee. And Andy Lee, it's not fair.
So the queens come off, and then take, and bishop takes f8, and black's down the exchange for not a whole lot. The pawns are still ugly.
Well, that's a pawn at e3 that could go to e2 and then to e1.
That's the rules. That's how it works. Yep.
All right. Well, anyway.
Sad. I wonder.
Kyron is thinking.
I wonder if black just accidentally didn't see it.
No, he saw it. I think he's just trying to make this all work.
Yeah, but that doesn't help.
This is.
Ooh, what happened to this? What a mess this got. This really went haywire.
Oof.
Ah! And didn't expect him to do
Black is a
Black should
pawn.
just have taken
Black,
an F5. I don't
black is a pawn down. Okay, are you saying right here?
Yeah, white took, and black didn't take. And then the bishop has to go to G6.
Right.
And then, I don't know, not here.
Right.
Here.
So
Black
if
should
black
just play
takes bishop G6.
when he has
Alright,
pawn
guys,
down.
I'm gonna
it
head
doesn't,
out.
But bishop G6.
Okay, Erica, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Okay.
Hopefully, one of these days I stay longer and
In fact,
commentate.
bishop takes H4, he's not even a pawn down. And whose king is more exposed then? I ask you. And white's, this is all, like, not so fun for white because his rooks aren't in the game. Whereas black, rooks are ready to be sailing into the game with, like, rook C6 or something. Once you get rid of the pawn, so we can't go to H5. Yeah, bishop takes H5. E takes, bishop G6.
Come and sit down, Elliot.
No, I am sitting down. I'm keeping my distance.
Okay. So Elliot's saying E takes F5, bishop G6, bishop H4.
And then,
And what about king G2 then?
what about it?
Well, with the idea of rook H1, I mean, it seems to me black
Sort
is...
of idea. Oh, that's true, that's true. Okay, so rook to C6. Tie you up.
Right, it's true. And the bishop on G6 is still vulnerable.
Yep, yep. And if you have to play rook G1, that's not really what you wanted to do.
Right.
Not to mention that I could double rooks on the third rank. Who knows what that leads to?
Okay, so let's see. Andy Lee says after this, white has got to be winning. Whoa. Okay, that
A
makes
desperate
total
move.
sense.
He is a desperate man.
No, that makes complete sense. In
But isn't
fact,
he
king
good?
G2 might not have been such a great move. This is not clear. What about bishop G5?
Yeah, it's like so obvious it's
Why
ridiculous.
doesn't he play bishop G5 here?
Who knows? He suddenly had a pang of conscience.
E5 looks very good
He
to
played
me.
bishop G5 now, but then queen E6.
The Chiron game.
Uh-oh.
Suddenly, black is definitely in
Black
this
is
game.
In there with a bullet. Well, queen E2,
Yeah.
and then, oh, check. Oh, no. I was going to play queen H4,
Bishop
queen
D3,
F3.
too.
Okay,
This
so-
really turned sour for white.
Truly. Oh, man. Okay, back up.
Jeez.
Next game.
Okay.
Are there more moves?
Let's go to the Griffith game because
He did play it.
Yeah.
And
he played rook F2, and Andy Lee thinks
you already said.
that white is winning here.
By all means.
Well, I don't know, Andy.
I won't move up so I can read the text.
I don't know, Andy. I think I'm going to look at another game. I'm chicken out here. Let's look at Tenzing Shaw's game with Ethan Boldy. All right, this went just the way I thought it would. Rook G8, black gets to trade a pair of rooks.
Something went really, really wrong here for black. He played
The
F5.
white queen is trying to infiltrate here.
I think and then he played there.
The white queen is
That.
infiltrating. Well, queen H8 was
Oh,
threatened.
that's right. Okay, he's got a problem then.
He's got a
What did
problem.
white do? He did something. He went there, and if bishop C8, did he play queen takes C4? He could have.
Well,
What are you guys doing?
G5, bishop F6.
No, this is not. This is what I didn't think this is what he should have done. Oh, and black could have played F4 maybe.
Who's winning?
don't
This
know
is
yet.
really hard to say.
Hard
This
to
is
say?
yeah, very hard to
So little
say.
Ethan is holding up,
Well,
or not?
Maybe black is looking for a way in.
He's got a dream.
Black is looking for a way in.
Queen D6.
He's holding right now, but
What happens on queen D6? I should have taken that E pawn. Well, actually, taking the E pawn would have been risky. It's true.
I wouldn't want to be either player in this situation.
Well, you're not. So.
Yeah.
Queen F4 just played.
It's true.
But Ethan is down time
Yeah, there's that. Oh, a lot. Look at that.
a lot.
That was it. That's all there is. Stop clicking like a
Okay,
madman.
all right, let's look at some other games that are
Okay.
going on here.
Okay.
Let's see how Russell Wong
Whoops.
finished off.
Oh, Andy Lee is here. Did you guys?
Yeah, we
saw
saw
it?
that. We saw that.
Not so new anymore, maybe.
Okay, so this game, we thought that black had all the chances here.
Oh, he is up and
Back
down
where,
with the less
let's go
exposed
back
king.
here.
Black did win.
Yeah,
Or 7.
yeah. This was going to be rough for white, no matter what happened.
Jim.
And this is pretty much what.
Oh, he could have. What is this?
This is
Oh,
a
man, I
strange
wouldn't
thing
do
to
that.
do. To deliberately
played
try.
H5,
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
This is
Oh
complete.
no! I'll take it off. Oh wait, you can't. You got to be careful. He doesn't get the outside pass pawn.
But he
Oh,
does
we're
it.
close enough.
Oh my gosh.
He's just barely. He must have counted it out. Russell is capable of that, but it's so close.
And resigns.
Yep, just enough. One by the move.
Okay.
That's really
Scurfy.
Askin and Melville, we don't know.
Askin won.
Askin won. Let's take a look and see. Knight d3 was finally played. And this is just black. Black overlooked that move for a long time. What happened here? He just hung a piece?
I don't know. It's 2 pieces for a rook.
Yeah, but
But
he
3, 5, 3, 6.
Yeah.
Wait,
the
Askin
knight
one
is
or
trapped.
oh?
The knight is trapped.
I see. Still. Oh, I guess those
That's
pieces.
a nice
yeah, that's
square.
a great
Yeah,
square.
this is really looking
Oh man.
grim for
Grim.
black.
Oh, saved.
A little activity here.
Just
Andy says that the board 2 is exciting.
Okay.
The kid just found a shot against Griffith.
Black's getting
oh, we
some
got a pawn.
activity
All those
here.
pawns on the queens. Oh, there's another one.
C5.
Oh, good heavens! Oh, that's bad.
Okay,
It's over. That should be crushing. And if it's not,
White's finally finding a way in here.
Ow!
Oh,
the
Bishop
queen.
GA is a great shot.
It's a.
And that is the end of
So
the
that's
game.
not. Well,
Okay.
it must have been a scramble of sorts. Yeah.
So-
Look how much time White has. 9 seconds. But when you're up a queen in a knight, 9 seconds is a millennium.
All right, let's go quickly back to board 2.
Okie dokie.
Rook F2 was played.
And
Bishop E7.
what is that? Oh, on the queen. Cool. Okay, there you go. And if
Queen
takes
E7,
E7,
Queen C4 check.
wait. Yeah, no good. That's that. It's over.
Wow.
Did he resign? No, not yet. but he could.
Kyron Griffith is thinking.
Losing to this kid?
And thinking is always
Like I
a
did.
bad idea in chess. He said.
The art of playing chess without thinking.
Oh,
Chess is a struggle to stop thinking.
now that is a rook that White took at F8.
Yes.
So that is a serious.
At the moment, White is up a rook, and he remains. He rates to stay some.
Yeah, it's a whole rook and Queen C4 still there. This
Just
game
a
is
second. Just a second. Yeah, there's nothing.
This game is just
Yeah, oh,
is
Bishop. Oh,
horrible.
man. Queen E4
Yeah.
is so mating. That's chess for dummies right there.
Bishop E7. Nice move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah, Andy Lee, you're absolutely right.
Takes over
I
the
think
D8
Kyron
square.
Griffith is going down. And tell us, what is it like to beat Kyron Griffith?
Talking to me.
You're the only. Elliot Winslow is the only other player. Is the only player so far to have beaten Kyron Griffith at a classical chess
I
game.
seem to recall that I was losing, but I didn't.
That was a great game, Elliot. That was a fantastic
another
fight.
Winslow
That was a
battle.
great slugfest fight.
Yes, when you stick it on the computer, it's a somewhat uglier and different thing. But when you play it, when you play the game, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Kyron is an FM with an IM.
A hop,
A
norm.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of the players back in the old days who all had 2450 ratings without any IM norms. Nowadays, that's almost unheard of.
IDK.
2450.
Okay,
Yeah.
we stumble along.
Yeah, this is a great shot.
In fact,
and it
yeah,
looks
it
like
should be over, but it's not.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, can we see on the camera? Where are they?
They're right there.
Oh yeah, he's thinking, but he's not getting any better.
Yeah.
Oh man, great suffering.
Let's take a look at board 9.
The two other games.
This is the top board of the under
16 and 2000.
yeah, the AB section.
The ABC section.
And this has been a great.
Oh, this is a common situation. It's like a badly played Slav or a what is it? In this case,
96
it's
check.
Slav type thing. What? When? Where?
Right here.
Did White miss 96 check?
96 check might be a good move.
Caplasto, it's just crushing.
But then F takes DE, knight D3
Well,
maybe?
but you get your piece. You get the maybe. Oh, that's on the queen actually. That is true. Good point. Good point.
Okay. He plays queen F1 and now
Okay.
knight C5.
Okay.
This Mansour is a bit of a monster.
A bit of a monster? I'm going to have to think about that one.
Uh-oh. Check.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my very goodness.
Counterattack.
Not really. Look at this.
That's a good move,
no, it doesn't.
too.
There's not on B4.
Some very good. I mean, these players. This is no longer the. This is not the chess club we used to know.
Look at this. E5. Now what? Queen H4. Or Queen E3. That's good move. That's got a certain double attacking quality to it. Knight E4 and Rook takes D3. Knight B5. All kinds of great moves for black. Is it over yet?
For black or white?
Oh, for white rather. Sorry.
Knight C5 though.
Right now?
Yeah. Then Knight B5 maybe. Black's weak on the king side. It's king side problems.
But now gets a 5F and gets some front going.
Okay, very interesting. These are the last few games here. Let's see if Kyron has found a move.
What happened to Simpkins? I don't want to know.
He won.
Well, I know.
And a nice game too. So Queen E4 is played here.
But oh, that's horrible. Oh, he's hoping for bishop takes check and then queen takes and then bishop.
But what
E3.
about rook D8 and bishop H4 and bishop F2?
Well, that was what I was saying. And then, of course, the problem is he's mated. but so then E takes F2 and if queen takes bishop E3.
But king F1.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Or just king takes F2. Darn.
Yeah. This is over.
Or worse.
And we can see what's going on over here.
And the spectators, our perennial spectators, have been told not to stick his face in the game.
Yeah, Mansour plays like a 2100 player. That's possible.
So what is the deal here? I'll bet there's some mate here.
Rook D8, king F7, bishop.
What a game.
It looks like Kyron's getting mushed.
Commotion.
Yeah.
Where's the
king
Come on, find
bishop
him. Somebody find him.
Isn't it funny how
king
the
E6.
opening was really
There's the mate.
not so good for the kid, right? And then he played.
We have the action shot here.
Or not action. But pull the plug
Put
on
the
him.
camera on the game.
Yeah. He just has to keep his cool.
Where is the checkmate? We know
For
there's a
white?
checkmate. Yeah, for white.
Well, rook D8, king F7, bishop H4.
That's not
he has to play king E6, right?
Yes.
And then queen A6.
Oh wait, you know what? Queen takes B7.
Can't you just simplify?
What?
There is queen takes B7, sir.
Oh. Nice move.
Of course, he is up a rook. He's allowed to play queen C4 check, resigns.
Yeah,
Perhaps
that's true. What about that?
That's just not even funny.
Yeah, you don't need to make a... That's a good comment.
Yeah, why
That's a
can't
good
we just simplify it?
Well, let's see. Queen C4, queen takes
Take.
E2.
And can you?
In fact, if he wanted to, he could even throw in...
Can you play the rook check first and then trade off the queen?
You can, but what's the difference?
Yeah, he will help.
Doesn't matter.
But
E2
then,
is
then you're
nothing.
getting, at least you get the discovered attack by bishop h4.
There's nothing. Black has nothing here
Yeah.
Nothing.
that I can see. Okay. Let's go back. I'm sure something horrible will happen to somebody.
Okay, here we go.
Queen G1, and it looks to me like white has seriously gone off the rails here. F3.
Material, white's up a pawn, bishop's off the color. F3 would be a good move, actually.
Bishop H3.
If it didn't get crushed, yeah. Crushed is bad.
Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, that's bad.
That's fine.
What about rook H1? Let's try.
Bishop E4.
F3.
That's certainly your,
Oh, but wait,
G4.
that just falls.
Queen G4.
The rook's on it as well. Just forget it.
Queen
Okay, so-
G4 check.
Yeah, I'm saying it's dead.
Yeah.
So what about something else?
probably.
Let's not forget
Rook
your
H-
bishop. Actually, F3 is not made.
They take your case.
Wait.
It's not fun.
Rook H1, Bishop E4,
It's crushing.
F3, Queen G4.
Or rook or bishop anything.
Would just be,
Or bishop takes F3. check.
Well, yeah. Well, then Queen
yeah,
F3.
yeah, it's bad.
but it's a soul for
Queen G4. It's just
so to
over.
give everyone
Very
ample
over.
time to
Over, more over than we like it.
Okay.
reach out to him. He's gonna make
Tenzing's
But
game.
he doesn't have to play F3.
Make a statement as what happened, and then
What's going on here?
give
Well, what's he going to play?
the time to reply
That's the
back,
question.
and then him will reply back, and then they're gonna reconvene.
Something with
and
bishop
decide
G3.
whether
When hopefully it's not made. Well, but then queen check and bishop E4. And it is made.
Yikes. All right, let's look at Shaw's game. After queen f4, queen e5.
Okay, he's putting up a struggle. Oh, now he's backing up. Oh, now
Oh.
Wait a minute. Yeah, Shaw's winning.
That's a nice move, I think.
Usually. Oh. What is this? Don't get mated. He gave up a pawn just to get the queens off. That's never.
Jeez, what is white doing here?
I don't know. Losing is what he's doing.
Yeah, this is.
Okay, now we're gonna get the famous Ethan Baldy play to mate. That's my prediction. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's bad.
This is really white's lost
in the bush. Okay, this is over. Yeah.
Okay, white's lost.
But he'll play to mate.
Let's go to the next game.
What's the over under on the number of moves to mate?
Okay, played f5, just like you said in this game, and there's been no move.
It's not exactly over here either. What's this? Oh, looks like Kyron lost.
I don't know that for sure.
He traded queens.
They're still playing. Look.
You're right. Oh, what's he doing here? Was that did I mistake my Indian?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
All right, so Kyron's thinking here. E2, rook d8, rook f8, king f.
Rook takes f2. I mean, come on. Or just king takes f2 right off. It's ridiculous. Rook check and king takes f2. Yeah.
Well, I was looking at rook f8.
Well, who cares?
Then rook f8 and king f2.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's all the same.
Yeah.
Well, rook f8 he can take. Pretty right.
Yeah, we play rook takes f8. E2. Rook check, rook f8, and rook takes f8.
You don't have to throw in rook to f8. You just play rook d8, king f7, king takes f2, gin.
Yeah, but I'm saying if black plays rook f8.
Oh, right now?
Instead of king f7.
Oh, I see. If you back up.
But then white just plays rook takes f8, check, followed by king f2.
But then that's true. He doesn't even repeat. He's just down a rook. Blah.
Can you make a something happen to emote? I don't know.
I have no idea what that would be.
Yeah. That's Baldy 12.
You mean emoticon?
Okay.
What are you doing? You're getting the mouse going one way.
We both can't do it at the same time. I think that's the problem. Is there something you wanted to show me?
I was going to click on the whatever that thing was there to find out what it would do. So what do we got here? We got 4 games.
We got.
Yeah,
let's look this game.
Oh, King G1. There's a legal move.
Queen H4, King G1 was played.
I don't think that's going to turn out too well. He's hoping that he'll forget what he's doing.
Rook C6.
That's pretty snazzy.
Bishop E4, F3, then Rook C6.
Rook C6 right away? What the heck? Not good.
This channel is not an affiliate. We should make that happen. Manispaldi says we're not an affiliate.
Huh?
Manispaldi says we are not an affiliate.
Of what?
Who knows?
Of Twitch.
That's from how we become one.
We should make that happen.
Does he know what he's talking?
Okay.
Is he an official?
He works at Twitch.
Daniel Perloff says, fill out the survey on chess.com. It's a bit bare beneath the screen. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for the tip.
Yeah. And that's something that
No, Ryan, you're still watching.
Kyron has made a move.
Where?
I think they both. Let's go back up there and see what's going on.
Oh,
So we can trade off queens.
A2.
He took a pawn at A2.
Oh, this is bad because I mean, just a bishop F6 and it's mate next, isn't it? I'm from Missouri. That is just. Oh, yes, rook F8. Yes, bishop back to F8 then. Okay, he can screw up. Anything's possible. But how about bishop to
Why not
bishop to B4? There you go. That should snaz him.
I like the way that controls the E1 square.
Well, it threatens mate in 2, so.
And threatens mate in 2.
With no answer. Yeah, he gets to play a check.
what about
Bishop B4 and resigns, yeah.
what about rook
Rook D2. What? Illegal.
I certainly know that, Manas.
There's a survey.
Play Bishop B4 without that. These youngsters nowadays.
I guess we have to keep our voice down. No, I'm sure he found that on his own.
Bishop B4 was played.
Chiron very quickly played Bishop G5. He's causing
How
trouble.
long can you go? How
But now
long can
rook
you
and
play
one to
a rook?
d7. Oh god, I can't watch. That would be Jim.
What do you guys think about the line before? Instead of bishop d4, rook d1, check, and then you can
It's,
play.
first of all, it's d8. Second of all,
Sorry, d8.
he can take a little walk, maybe. I mean, it's horrible, but bishop b4 looked like it was totally squelching.
I mean, black's just playing a rook down. Even
No, he's playing a king down. Rook d7. It's mate next. I know I exaggerate. Oh wait, no.
Well, then
he
rook
has
check and then rook check and bishop check.
Okay, and then I go
G3.
G3, king h1, king g2, king g3, and king e4.
Yeah.
No mate.
Okay.
But that takes so many moves. It's so wrong.
Rook f1. That threatens rook f8, mate.
That was annoying. Okay, well that's legal. Stops rook a1. And if bishop f4, now you're going the wrong direction. That was not the right.
Yeah, that's a funny move to play.
That was a bad move. I don't like it. Bishop f4. Oh, he's going to play g3, the dog. But then e2. No.
G3, e2.
There it is. It's putting up something resembling resistance.
Yeah. Now the threat is e2 and bishop g3, maybe.
I think that e1 is covered. So actually,
this is the position that separates the
man from the other man.
Yeah.
Actually,
you
g3
need
is just Russian. Actually, g3 doesn't threaten anything. I mean, it threatens the bishop. So what if he even just played bishop takes g3?
Rook f8
Oh,
mate.
that's mate. Okay, be that way. Okay, so I'll play e2.
E2. Okay, now I play what?
I don't know. Rook f3. There you go.
Rook f3 is a good move. Then you might throw rook b2 in or something.
Yeah. You're somebody who notes that g3 is at least a piece up. Except I was a rook up. I want to be more than I don't want to be a piece up. This is like a master reading Alex Dunn's book, How to Become a Candidate Master. I wanted to review it. Say, I read that book and my rating dropped 300 points. I'm a candidate master now.
It says another note, you can set the channel topic for chess. When I look at that topic, your stream doesn't show up yet.
Aha.
We need Juan. It says here, just go up here for a second. This is not Twitch.
Click over here.
Yeah. So we're getting a little feedback here.
Various things.
This channel is not an affiliate. We should make that happen. Manus Paldi says...
eventually. God.
Who won?
Wait, what was the over-under? How many moves was it?
60.
Ah.
Or 62.
Tenzin, you want to sit down and give us
Wither
your...
and Blatt about your game?
Yeah.
My game is finally not horrible this time, so...
Okay. Yeah, hold on a second. I'm going to take Elliot's name off of here. If I can find it. There's too many names here. There he is. Boom. And there's Tenzin Shaw. Boom. And there's the transition. Boom. Okay, Mr. Shaw.
Is Newton still out there? And Newman Jensen?
Let's go all the way back here. Take us through it.
Sure. So... I didn't expect a queen pawn opening, but yeah. So it became like a London system.
A London system. Mm-hmm.
And so I've been studying this b6 move.
Okay.
And the idea is like white plays knight e5, so that after white castles, black can't just exchange on g3 and
right.
simplify. So. So, but the idea is knight e7, knight f5, bishop e7, knight e6, then knight f4.
Okay.
So this kind of long maneuver.
Okay.
So yeah, if you go like bishop f2, bishop e7, g4, knight d6, g5, knight f4, that's pretty good for black.
Right. I believe it. I believe it.
Because you're blocking the b1 h7 diagonal.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So I think queen f3. Yeah, maybe he didn't like that, but the problem with that is also when I put a knight on e4, he can't immediately take it.
Right.
But it's not a big deal. I mean, he just spends another move, and I guess he wanted to take on e4. So I wasn't sure how to recapture, but I thought maybe d takes c4, bishop a6. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
So yeah,
This looks like it should be good for black.
yeah, at least like comfortable.
Yeah. And he and his knight got into trouble here.
Yeah, so he probably has to go knight.
Knight c4, bishop a6, right, or something.
Yeah, but at least he can play b3.
Yeah.
And here,
This is just like you don't want to be forced to do all this.
I was more afraid of knight f5, I thought. But
I can understand that, but
at least practically speaking. But yeah, the way he played turned out to be like not so easy either.
not so easy. Yeah, it's true.
And I didn't know if I should play g5 here. It seems
Your
natural.
your king kind of found it difficult.
Yeah.
So maybe g5 was better.
So if g5, I guess h4, but
maybe
I don't know if it
maybe
helps.
yeah, I don't know if it helps either. Somehow he's going to be able to open one of those files, I guess, for a rook.
Yeah, so the real question is like, do I want it to be the F file or the G file?
Right.
And I guess like this way at least I can maintain equal pawns, but
Yeah. This got a little scary though
it
for
did,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, this
Maybe.
I predicted that you should try to trade a rook here, which is probably a good idea, for sure.
Yeah, and I wasn't feeling as happy as I thought I should.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. No, I know what you meant. That just
And this
That's
seemed
probably
risky,
good though to force him to play h4.
because I thought later on the h4 pawn would be weak.
Right. I think that, and plus it opens up h3 as well. For the queen.
I was
So
wondering
that was
if
a
you
good
would,
move.
I was wondering if he would go queen f2 to f4.
Yeah, and just try to. But then you can just. I see.
I think I would play like queen e6 and bishop d6, and there's a line like queen f2, queen e6, queen f4, bishop d6, rook takes g5, bishop f4, rook g6, king h7, rook g7, king h8, but I'm covering the g8 square. And if he takes f4, I have e3 check.
Right.
That's clearly winning.
Right.
So, yeah.
Nice little calculation. This is still dangerous.
It's a little bit murky. Yeah.
Yeah. Queen g2 is a good move.
Yeah, exactly. And then I didn't see anything better than f5 because otherwise his plan is...
Close the door.
I think his plan is like...
Close the door, you guys. That door needs to stay closed the whole time and locked.
Yeah, so he probably wants to play queen f4 and queen f5.
Right. Or infiltrate with the queen.
Yeah.
So f5, yeah.
It's online.
Because at least now he can't play queen f4, queen f5, and rook g6, which I was afraid of.
Yeah.
There's a young man out there.
It's only one game.
Oh yeah, and then I didn't expect this because I thought queen f6, but the problem is this is not quite working because queen f4 check and rook g5.
What happened in
Then I blocked the bishop side of the g5 square.
Very
so-
good.
Hey, what happened to revival?
Yeah, so this is a little bit annoying.
I don't know. I'm not looking at his game.
Yes, because after all, that's what would you do?
So now queen e4?
So you can play queen e4, but then after bishop e6 is
E6.
really scary,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Because now the bishops are getting active finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this slowly started to work out for you.
This is still a little bit murky. I think c4 must be wrong. I don't know. But it, I mean, he was afraid that I would round up the d5 pawn, but it's not like so clear how I can do that immediately.
Right. Yeah, now he just starts moving around pointlessly, and you're yeah.
Eventually,
I think he's
I'm gonna
lost
do something.
here.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, and now my plan is maybe to play f4 at some point.
And then yeah. So he plays queen f4 here
At the right moment. Yeah.
and now you're able to play queen e5.
Yeah. So if he doesn't go queen f4, it's interesting. So let's say he plays a3. How can I make progress apart from like moving my a pawn? I mean, maybe I should just do
I
that.
thought you were going to play.
Maybe bishop e. If bishop e5, queen g5.
Oh, I see.
Bishop
I thought you were going to
e5.
play f4.
Yeah, at some point f4 should be right. I think. So
And then
maybe immediately.
and then queen e5 maybe. I don't know. If queen f4,
takes, then
yeah.
queen e5, and if e takes f4, I assume I can just
Bishop g4.
play bishop g4.
Maybe.
Yeah, so this must be. Yeah.
So what happened quickly?
Oh yeah.
Let
so
me see. Yeah, you just got in and it was inevitable. This is lost, I'm sure.
now the bishops
There's
are
probably just a
open.
few tricks. And he played on till mate.
Yeah. So yeah, he has the stalemate trick, but can you go back a second?
Yeah.
So yeah, so why the stalemate trick doesn't work is because he has to check me on a light square, and I take with my bishop. And then, so either f5 or e6.
Cha-ching. Okay. And Kyron Griffith, let's see what's going on here. My God, this game is still going on.
He's going to call for rook. It's past on.
Wow.
G3 was played.
So what's
wait a
going
minute.
on here?
Wait a minute. Bishop b4, bishop g5, rook f1. We thought that was a mistake.
Definitely.
Bishop
Rook
f4,
d7 was just made.
c5. Yeah, what I was looking at c5 too, just saying like, what are you gonna do if you're black?
Uh-oh.
C6, rook
What's
c6.
this all
Now
about? Now he does
g3,
it.
because
Because.
and he's not giving anything away here.
So white must be winning.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Bishop h6. What happens on bishop h6? King f2.
Yeah, just king f2.
But why does white have to go through all this?
What's this? Oh, threatening rook takes b4.
So
Could be annoying.
Trick in the
so you
book.
go
But actually,
king f2.
Bishop e1.
Oh, bishop e1 is
king
probably.
F2. king.
That's too easy. That could take the wind out of his sails. Oh, rook e4. Fight.
It's incredible. Kyron's coming up with move after
Actually, rook
move.
e4,
but
king
he's a
e1.
rook down.
He plays king
He's
e1
been a rook down now for 5 moves or 6 moves or something. Yeah, it's just.
Since when? Since since move 29. It's been 11 moves. He's been a rook down.
Keeps finding
cheap.
cheapos.
That's
How
what it's
did he
about.
lose the rook?
He didn't take back on f8. It was already done. I didn't see the position.
Let's see.
Why?
Yeah, bishop on
Well, he
bishop.
played e3. Yeah, back up to.
Let's see. 1, 2, yeah. He
Here.
played bishop h6. Well, actually, he overlooked. He thought e3.
Thought it was good.
Bishop f8,
Oh.
rook f2 needed to be answered, but white just played bishop e7.
Probably missed that.
Yeah, that's an easy move to overlook, I think.
Yeah.
And then now, and he's been
Kid's making a
playing.
move.
He's been playing a rook down ever since.
Well, what happened? He took on f4. I thought he had to do something else first. Let's see, we'll get to the. a5. That's a
a5 was played.
Yeah, it's resign time. King takes e2 resigns. I would think.
Yeah. Or f takes e5.
And the above. Just on rook e4, don't play rook e3. Oh, okay, that's what he did, and that should squelch him.
Kyron is on fumes here. He's fighting on fumes. All right, let's see. Are there any other games being played? Okay, Mansour versus Polaris.
Still a mess.
This is
Wait, okay, John's got 2
so
for
on
the rook.
f5 he did play rook d3.
2 for the rook, no pawns.
f4.
Oh, that was a bad way to take, maybe. Oh, okay. Hoping that the rook is more important. But is it?
Oh, nice move.
Only maybe.
I think.
No thinking.
Still some difficulty here.
This is not at all clear. Or is it? He should have.
Oh.
What's that? Oh, queening.
Oh no.
That's it. Off the d file. Oh, that's not good. That means he's resigned. I'm guessing. Knight takes d4 resigns.
Another fine win by Mansour.
Yep.
The guy's about a 2100 player, I would say.
Okay.
As
Is he unrated?
he's unrated, playing in a second tournament. He won the.
How did
he
this
won.
happen? Really? He somehow got to this.
Doesn't matter. White's still winning.
Yeah, but this could take a few moves.
Okay, let's see. Mr. Polaris is losing, and we're back here with.
Oh, look at this. Oh, it's a rook. Oop, never mind. But this is so bad.
This is just lost.
2 rooks versus rook is a win. Sorry, guys.
Oh, wow. A big upset on board 2. This boy in the red hat is just playing like a genius.
Like a boy in the red hat.
The boy in the red hat.
KK.
Amazing.
We can call him KK because his name's Krishna Kumar.
Krishna Kumar, Shriram Krishna Kumar, congratulations. You're taking a big name down here. You'd say the kid is playing the black pieces.
Oh, you mean playing on still? Uh-oh, he's putting up a fight, or is he? Well, he played. Look, neither of them have any time. That is the problem. But this is just silly.
Yeah, this is just,
Don't hesitate, just take the big pawn. He found it. Oh, H4. What a struggle.
Well, that just makes it easier, right? King F4.
You should have said, Rook H5. Uh-oh.
What does that do?
I don't know.
There's nothing that can be done here.
It's
just
gets
a
you to
bunch
block
of
the pawn.
just a bunch of cheapos.
Yeah, it's over. Okay, the kid's moving. Oh, he's giving everything away.
Wow.
Chiron. This is a side of Chiron we don't see very often. Oh,
yeah, he doesn't. Well, nobody likes to lose. Nobody likes to lose.
From this far.
A rook and a pawn down in this endgame. This is just horrible.
Lordy. Oh, what happened? You got to blink. That is what happens with this, isn't it? But maybe he won't find the checkmate. But what he will find is force the exchange of rooks. That's so wrong. Okay.
Oh, he wins the rook now.
He does.
Rook check and then.
Oh, that's right. Check, and picks off the rook. And it is not stalemate. Well, maybe he's screwing out. What's going on? It's mate.
All White has to do is double rooks and play some play.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
And oppose the rooks. Just double the rooks.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Screwing around.
Uh-oh, don't lose your rook. That'd be really bad if you lost
Is that something I should say on TV? Screwing around?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, there's a double rook idea, but what is it? Why double rooks on the G file?
Oh, we have a delay, do we? Here we go. Yeah, he's going to set it up. Come on, the rook roller. Everybody, oh, there you go. Now, let's see if we can find a win now. We got moves?
All White has to do is play one of the rooks to be... Oh, I see. Chiron is just...
Heading for the corner. The safety of the corner. Pawn's on G6, folks. There it is.
Stalemate possibilities.
Not quite. It's not so easy.
Just double the rooks.
Double the rooks and beat the dealer.
Double the rooks, play rook check, and rook check.
What's the time? He's got 33 seconds left, though. He hasn't been using... He's been surviving on the delay. This is
Congratulations, I assume you won.
Yeah, I did, but it was a terrible game I played.
I don't think so.
Now he can play his rook up.
I don't think so. We're watching the end of this.
This is so over.
Yeah, now it's just rook down check. Finally, double rooks on that.
Yeah, at a time when rook A8 would be made anyway.
Yeah.
That'll put him out.
What did he play?
He did it. He played rook A8. Oh, he's fighting on. I know he played rook E8. Oh, it's mate. What's going on here?
Let's see. A few more moves have been played.
And G7. Uh-oh. Chiron, you animal. Oh, wait. Maybe it's stalemate. Only it's not stalemate.
He played till checkmate.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Wow. Folks, I think that's going to be the end of our broadcast. I mean, we're at 10:41. I go. Well, I've got time. I've got time for us for a game. Monster, you want to come in and
Sure.
and
I
maybe
actually wanted to make a point today, like since Winslow is here, yesterday's rapid games, whichever you were commenting, was basically his gameplay, which you thought I played. So
oh yeah.
I never played those good moves. It was all his moves, which you thought it was
a
mine.
complete
Yeah,
mix
the
up.
board sort
Yeah,
was-
bad mix
and
up.
all the bad moves which they played were actually my moves because it's rapid. So yeah.
There's nothing I could do. I had no
I just
idea.
wanted to clarify that because I saw you and Nick were like very awestruck, thinking I was playing all those beautiful moves, but it was all.
What Manas? What is sending viewers to another channel? I don't raid
probably-
somebody. I don't know what that means to raid someone. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're just what? Oh, okay. I'm gonna find your name, Mansur.
Turn off.
Up at the top.
Turn up. Tension.
Yeah. Let's see.
Right there. Then my soul is somewhere.
When you find it, finish the stream, you can send everyone to another chess channel. But I don't know where those chess. Yeah. I don't know where those chess channels are on Twitch, though. That's the problem.
He's probably talking about his own. He's
Yeah.
probably streaming.
I'm trying to find Mansur. Can we find your name here?
Yeah, that's.
Right there. Okay.
Okay. Show us your game.
Yeah, sure. Like,
Let's
is
see.
this mine? So,
Yeah.
I always play d4, so I thought mixing it up like while playing knight f3, but he just played symmetry. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even prepare this time, like because I was white. I was a little bit confident, and yeah, I just wanted to bring back the same d4 which I play, and then here kinda
Hold on one second. Just what Manas is saying here, I don't really understand. We're all streaming, but I'm not looking at other streams on Twitch. In fact, I'm not even on Twitch per se. I mean, I know I'm on Twitch, but I'm using OS, the OBS Studio to stream and not Twitch. So I'm not exactly sure how I would do all those things.
No, make notes.
Raid command and select a username.
Oh, I did not stream it right now, but I'll find out.
The audience really doesn't want to know.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
it's interesting, but we're not at that point yet. So Knight H5, I don't know about that.
Yeah, this was played pretty standardly, and here I did quite bad. Like, this was kind of okay. I wanted to bring my rook to d1, but I couldn't execute it because he took straight away, and I think I should have taken the pawn, but I thought of slowing. But this was like just weakening my b4 square, which just haunted me till the end. But after the knight came there, I had all.
But you gained some space on the queen side.
Yes,
it's not
but
so
I
bad.
did. But here I had a lot of problems. Like whatever I play, his bishop is gonna come to e6 or f5, regardless of wherever I play. He can just switch his bishops and play. So if I try to play knight knight a3 here, he will just keep the bishop on e6, and I'll be having problems. But then I thought just taking. So that I'll attack his knight first. I thought his knight was gonna go to d5 square, but he played a5, which I didn't expect. And here I didn't have moves.
Well,
at
there's
all.
some guys down to a dull roar, y'all.
Yeah, here I didn't have moves because next his bishop is gonna come to the e6 square, which is so powerful. And then even if it comes to f5, I'm lost of those two squares which are important. Those two light squares which I have on b3 and c2.
Okay.
Here I think I should have just gone queen c1, but I don't know how far it would have been better.
And then bishop h6.
Yeah, but I thought like I'll first attack his knight and then go to queen c1. But after I played this, he just attacked me and I went there. But then here my pawn is hanging actually, but I don't know if taking is good move or not, because once he takes, I take. queen takes, and then I mean, but I had plans of playing.
Hey, y'all, we can't hear ourselves think now, y'all.
But I had plans of playing rook d1 when he takes the pawn, but I don't know how far it will be.
You take, you play bishop c3, you play queen h6, you play f6, you play knight g5, etc.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so I just thought of sacking the
Oh,
pawn.
okay. Queen h6 doesn't threaten mate in 1.
Yeah,
actually
so
g4.
he just stayed.
Actually, it's not, none of it's true.
Yeah, here I had a good position actually. I thought of playing knight to c3. I didn't activate my knight for so long. After 20 moves, it was
I like
terrible
bishop.
for me. Yeah, I just wanted to play aggressively because I am already attacking. So here I
have a good night, Paul.
I don't see a move.
You too, Christian.
He played well here, and then I now activated my knight finally.
It kind of looks normal.
Yeah, now it looks normal. Whereas in the beginning I had terrible position here. I felt like this was so bad for me.
I don't know. Knight at h5 is bad.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, so it was kind of compensated.
Everybody's got a bad game.
Yeah. This was a nice move, I felt, because once he takes the I was letting the pawn for him to take throughout the game, but he couldn't take. But here I thought after rook c8 I'm lost of moves again, so he didn't play that. He just played. This was also again good move. So the knight was just basically circling from there again, coming back to the same b4 because of my a4 pawn. So here I just thought of attacking again. So again he came there, and then now I played this h3, and then he went back. I had plans of pushing e5 then and going knight to e4 and then bringing knight to c5 like
Lots of different ideas.
Yeah, but then I changed the plans because I thought of attacking his bishop. I thought he'll go back, but he came to this square which I didn't want him to come, because now I wanted to push e5 finally after this move. Sorry.
That's all right. Okay.
So after
Bishop
he played
b3.
this, I had no. If I move my rook, my pawn is going to go now. So I had to play this bad move. Now he played this, and then I came back. He played this. I didn't like because he's just opening up his king side, and then I thought of playing bishop to e3, but again it will be very passive. So I just thought of taking his dark square bishop because he's fully attacking on the light squares. So I thought my dark squares are at least kind of okay, so I can just attack there. So this, I didn't like this at all because I'm threatening his bishop. I want his bishop exchange, but he's giving me the exchange with the idea of f6 probably, but I had to take here. So here I thought his king side is very weak, so I just thought of attacking this bishop first because because I didn't find anything else because his knight is gonna
you have to get your pieces out.
So now this was my idea. Once I attack it, then push d5, he takes, he goes there, I play knight to d4, I calculate all this, but then after he goes here, I was lost. Like I thought of queen f1 before itself and going to b5 to attack that pawn and all, but then I played that
Hold
move.
on.
Yeah.
So there's also knight e6.
Right, that
takes,
was a big...
takes, knight d3 is the problem.
Oh wow, that would have been the move. Yeah. I didn't think about that at all. Because
knight e6 is crushing.
Yeah, I missed that. Really, I missed that.
But he has knight d3, so you can't do it.
So he can't do it, okay. But then I take the knight at least back and keep his knight on pin, right? Once I move my c3 knight, I can still attack his knight twice with my two rooks, and he is gonna protect it.
What, knight e6?
Yeah, takes. Knight to d3.
Attacking your queen.
Okay, my queen is under attack. Okay, so I have to...
so it doesn't work.
But don't I have a check here?
No, your knight is still on c3.
Okay, c3 no check, okay. So I just played this and I had...
This was good. I like the way...
I think his perfect move would have been queen to b6. Just to control the b5 square and not letting me push my f4. I think he lost the idea that I'm gonna push f4, or because I was threatening two sides, like one was b5 and one was f4. So I don't know which one he saw or which one he didn't.
And it connects his rooks.
So he played this move with the idea of coming to d3, I believe. So after this, I thought he was gonna push e5 finally because. E5 I take, he takes, and
he can't do that. You play knight takes e6 check.
But his knight is guarding the e6 square.
Then you rook d8.
Okay, so first take this pawn. I take with the queen, then push e4 or e5.
You take en passant.
Right, en passant, and then he takes with the. He takes with the knight.
You take.
I take with the knight. He takes my rook. I take.
No, it's check.
Oh, it's
Check.
okay. But then he takes with the pawn. I take his queen. He takes my queen. So
No, you can't take. You can't take his queen. He can't take your queen. You have a pawn here.
right. So takes.
Takes e5.
M4
Take.
pawn. Yeah. Now
You
my-
have a pawn at f4.
Oh
You have a pawn at f4.
no,
then.
my queen is at f4 actually. Once he takes with the pawn, I take with my queen, right? Because once he takes with the pawn, what is my move here? Like I have to take with the queen, right? I thought he's gonna
Well,
take
you
the
could
pawn
take
first.
with a pawn.
Yeah, I would have changed that if he would have taken it because my
But also, if he plays e5, if you play pawn takes pawn, queen takes pawn, he plays e5.
E5.
You, queen
M4.
e5.
queen if yeah, that was a move which I saw lately. But then
Yeah.
okay, so
Okay.
oh, did he take here?
Yeah, he took.
No, he didn't.
I think taking
Oh,
with
okay.
a pawn is good too.
Oh, okay.
Maybe both are good.
Okay, so he took. Okay, so
Yeah.
here he played this move, which was not logical for me because what did I play here? I asked check first, so he lost this move basically. He didn't see this
Yeah,
because now
strong,
he's having
very strong.
Yeah. Now once he takes, I take. His knight is under attack. Now he has his king is open, so he's
Well, let's
completely
see.
lost
Let's
here.
see.
This was like the best move I played out of the whole game. I feel so. Knight f5.
So maybe he should play queen d7 or something.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I just saw that knight f5 finally, like in
I
1
think
second.
you have a dangerous position now.
Yeah, exactly. So he just let me do that actually.
Now you have a safe king and
Exactly.
he doesn't.
Now he played that. Now I had a good move again, which not taking the queen because I
Right.
wanted to bring my bishop to e4 next, so his
Right.
knight is lost. So he has to move his queen. Again, I thought of taking that pawn, but this was better for me because his king is gone there.
And if he interposes his queen,
Then I'll ask
Queen check and
yeah, I
rook
think he did
d3.
that only. Yeah. Oh.
yeah,
Yeah, rook d3 was my idea. So
right.
he played that way.
Same thing.
Yeah, here I completely missed this e5 move because I thought he's gonna move his queen and I'm gonna take his knight, but I missed that e5 in the last minute.
This
but I
is
saw
still
it.
good for you.
Yeah, this was like I think it's so
You
much.
could play
plus
knight
for me.
c5, but then maybe knight b5.
Right, knight
Yeah.
b5 and then that
Yeah.
h6 pawn was so weak. Yeah, this was just done for him. I don't see anything else after this.
No, that was a good move. Rook d3. You
Yeah.
played a lot of good moves in this game.
Yeah, I had to to
No,
win
you
this.
did.
Yeah.
You played a lot of good
Yeah,
moves.
he's a tough guy to play, and he had a good rating, FIDE
Yeah.
rating than mine. So not the USCF though, but yeah.
No,
I
you
had
you
to.
know what you're doing. you know you're playing good chess. You're
Thanks.
playing good chess,
Thanks,
fighting
Paul.
chess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I can play like Williot and Elliot wins though.
We'll see what's gonna happen. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Paul.
Yeah,
See you
yeah.
next week.
All
Thanks
right.
for having me.
Okay, live. You can hear the vacuum cleaners as we're cleaning up. Live from the Mechanics Institute Chess Club. Signing off for the evening. It's Paul Whitehead. And let's see. Let's try to do something fancy here. We're going to put the video and transition the video.
Nice.
And we're going to say goodnight from Judith, Mansour, and Paul.
Yeah, good game.
Thank you, Judy.
Good night, everybody. From the Mechanics Institute Chess Club, the oldest chess club in the country. Here's some historic.
Is that Paul Banker?
No, that was a player named Henry Gross.
Okay, because
Yeah.
he looks like it when we first started the broadcast.
Karpov and Evelina Krubnik.
Okay, bye
As a little
guys.
girl.
Manas, is that Manas Manu?
Yeah, that's Manas.
Oh, the Twitter.
Thank you, Manas.
Thank you, Manas.
We're way behind the curve in some ways, so hopefully you can help us all. All right. Good night, everybody. From the chess room. Good night.